Everybody, we are live. I am me. That is how do I do that? Where is she? That is Lynn. Oh man, I gotta get used to that. How are you, Lynn?
I mess it up every time.
I don't know why I can't figure it out, but I can't figure it out.
Me neither.
Busy day of YouTubing in my house. How's your day been, my friend?
Good. I took the kids out to lunch after our
Nice.
morning live stream, spent some time with the hubby, took a nap, and then just have been watching non-stop videos on this Copacabana thing we got going on.
Two things. I love Barry Manilow. I don't care who knows it. And number two, your husband's funny, man. I don't think I knew your husband until today in the chat.
Did you see him?
Yeah, it was great. Loved it. So I don't know you yet, but I like you already. I don't know if you listen. But anyway.
I love you. You're the best.
So we got 12 in the house. I appreciate it. Let me say hi to everybody and then tell you a couple little things, and then we'll get on this topic because, oh my goodness, are people freaking out. Rachel, Rob Fuzz, biggest fan in the house. Liam in the house. Donna in the house. Paper. Scissors and Vacations. Oh my in the house. Dan Wynn in the house. Donna. Anderson Fuller in the house. Blue Nose in the house. Mike Wheeler in the house. Two Real Geeks Danny in the house. Dan Wynn, I think I said that already, but I can say it twice because it's my stream. Stacy Rogers, Captain Akron. I have the hiccups. Disney Dude. The Sassy Cinderella in the house. Welcome in. Lynn?
Yes.
You sent me a note earlier today. And
you're my legal counsel.
Yeah, you've got issues, girl, then. You know what? This guy, I got a D in Spanish too. Now that's the whole thing. So I think, hey, Marguerite, how are you? Welcome and go. Cheat. What?
Hey, Blue Nose. Hey, everybody in the chat.
Jellies. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, Theme Park Delight. So look, we can see by how many people popped in the first minute that people are freaking out. Let me tell you a story. I'm laying in bed, and I promise the story gets better. I'm laying in bed last night, and I'm never even on Twitter. Like, man, people at Twitter are angry, and so I don't go on Twitter very often. And I got 2 direct messages on Twitter. I hardly ever check my direct messages, and they were both from Disney friends, Disney creators, and they both said separately, 2 conversations, basically the same thing. Hey, I'm going to post private videos for the rest of my life. I'm really sad about it. Have a nice life. And I don't know, like let's start off with, I was going to put, when you put your little name, I was going to put Jeff, not a lawyer, and now you call me your lawyer. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even think about it. Like, I know I got the emails and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then before stream for like a second, Josh Britt and I were talking, and he brought up the COPPA, and I was like, haha, COPPA. Like,
I watched your face go from Barry Manilow to serious.
Yeah, I was like, what? What are you talking? I don't even know what you're saying right now. I don't know anything that's COPPA other than the cabana. And it terrified me. So I just started doing research afterwards and just got more and more scared. Like, I just started. I'm not ready to quit now. Like, I have big plans, like a lot of big plans. And this is what has been taking up a lot of my life. And I put everything into this, and I don't want it to go away.
So before we dive into my opinion, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have an open conversation. We'll open it up to questions. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy who can read, okay? Just like everyone else here. So, but I do have a strong opinion on this, and Arrogant Jeff's going to come out, and I'm right. But I've got 2 other people coming in, I hope. We'll see. They're both having busy nights, but I tried to bring them in here. We'll see. It might just be me and you, Lynn, and everybody in chat. It might be some other people. Why are you going from, I don't know what this is, to, oh my gosh, again, they're going to take my channel away. Oh my gosh, somebody's going to give me a $42,000 fine. Why? Because everybody's thinking my YouTube channel is going to get deleted, or they're going to fine me $42,000. Why are you worried about it before we dive into the info?
Because I'm Disney based right now, and that is what I would say. So I have notes. Like, I took all these notes, and they're saying anything that appeals to kids, which is so broad. That's like writing a law that just you can modify and change it to anything you want it to be. I'm going to be raw Lynn here. Like, I'm not really censoring how I feel about this because I am upset about it. And so Disney, yes, appeals to kids, but it appeals to adults. I enjoy Disney more than my children do. And
let me dive in. You said to me, somebody said, I read who?
It's in that YouTube content creator video that's like 6 minutes long. That's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You think that she said in that video
That if it's content that appeals to kids.
Keep going.
I mean, I didn't write down her whole manuscript on it.
So this is a law. I wish Steve was here because I'm going to say it just like Steve. Steve from Steve's World has been invited. He's hopefully he'll be popping in. He has a strong opinion, and I think it's a learned opinion. It's certainly a well-read opinion, and me and him are on the same page on this. This law is not new. What happened was YouTube got caught. Now, there's a lot of things I'm going to dive around, and I have not even reading chat, guys. I promise I'll go back and chat. We'll get to your questions in a minute. Please forgive me for not reading chat right now. What's happened is not new. YouTube got fined. Everybody's talking about, well, like one of the things I'm hearing a lot of people say is, well, I'm on the side of safety for kids. So am I. I work with kids. No relation to this situation. Okay. The YouTube got caught collecting data on youth being defined by people under 13.
Right.
What they're doing is they're trying to, YouTube is not your friend, and they're helping you. They're giving you monetization because they like you. They are monetizing you because they see you as a creator who's bringing people to their platform that they can sell ads on. So they sell ads, and that's why they share revenue. YouTube partner program. So you're monetized, I'm monetized. They give us a cut. Why? Because they just like us? No, they don't know us. They don't care. They want to have people come to the platform for monetization. So whenever a bell rings, teacher says an angel gets his wings. Whenever a person in YouTube says, "Oh, I'm not here for the money," YouTube doesn't want to hear that. They want you creating content so they can place well-placed targeted ads on your channel. We provide family-friendly Disney content. Okay, so Disney family-friendly content ad buys will be bid on by our channels. Okay, so they want us to create this. That they're not giving it to us for fun. They have been allowing channels to serve content out to kids 12 and under, even though it's against their own terms of service. What it's really against is COPPA, not a new law, the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. And what it says is if you collect data in an effort to target youth 12 and under, youth being defined not by me, but by the federal government as under 13.
Under 13, yeah.
So they can put, hey, what's the little binkies that your kid has when they were little, they suck on, they want to know you're going to watch that kind of content. So they want to collect that data. That's illegal. You cannot collect data on a minor in America. So YouTube was doing that.
Right.
YouTube got
caught
a couple $1 million, and hey, promise FTC, we'll tell all our creators what, to stop it? No, to announce to us if it's for kids. So they can put on us, YouTube can put on us, their creators. They already said what content that is, and we're not providing those creators with some tools, which includes monetization, end cards, all the stuff that they do, not because they like us, because they want to help people stay on our channel, and more importantly, their platform. Make sense so far?
Yeah.
So so part of the problem, in my never so humble opinion, is content creators. There are creators out there, some who I like, some who I watch on a regular basis, who are putting out big, beautiful red thumbnails that say, "Fine $42,000 by the FTC." No, you weren't, you lying liar. That is absolutely trying to terrorize people into clicking that number.
Clickbait.
Yes. And they get views, and they don't care if somebody gets scared away.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that 2 people sent me tweets last night saying they're scared away, and I talked to more people today. Adventures of David and Aaron, welcome in. Daryl's video also talked about kid content characters, Disney, Dr. Seuss, Carnival Cruise, absolutely. And Daryl Eves is the place to go. Daryl Eves is one of my go-to people for this, and he is a little worried about it. I got to be honest. He's probably an argument on the other side of my position I'm going to take here, because he's a little more worried. But I can tell you why. A couple of his channels are kids related, but it is what it is. Here's the thing: I'm going to try to just be as fact-based as I can, and then I'll tell you when I'm giving my opinion. Fact: if you put that your content is being created for kids, you will be demonetized. You're demonetizing yourself. You won't have your end cards. You won't have all the stuff, which includes monetization. Now they can generally put ads. So like if you watch TV, they don't know Lynn's watching CSI. They don't know Jeff's watching the UFC. So the ads that are placed on the UFC, they're generally placed towards, UFC is going to have Budweiser, CSI is going to have, I don't watch CSI, what, how to murder somebody and get away with it. I don't know what it is. But whatever, it's going to be generally targeted, not specifically targeted. And so those ads will still come. So those huge channels that are kid-based, 12 and under, think nursery rhymes, think educational videos for kids 12 and under, those kinds of things.
Right.
Their monetization isn't going to go to zero, but it's going to be basically nothing, and there'll be no reason to do that, right?
Yeah.
So somebody said today that I read that this and that. That's what I've been hearing all day today on a couple different streams.
Sorry.
It's crazy. And one of them was, I heard somebody had a live stream, some Disney streamer had a live stream last night. I didn't get the name. If they said it, I didn't pay attention to who it was. And the mods were all freaking out about the people in the background were showing kids. You don't have any right or should have any expectation to privacy in the parks. I can broadcast the video of your kids. I would say that would be rude. And I purposely try to get away from that, but you don't have you can't yell. You can yell at me if I'm in the parks and I'm live streaming and say, hey, I don't want my kid on the thing, but you don't have a legal right to make me stop. And that's not, so that's a little weird. There's no fine line there as it relates to COPPA. There's a COPPA. There's a fine line there as it relates to ethics. You're not going to get fined $42,000. Here's proof. Ready, set, go. It's not a new law. Name anybody who has. Think about the press. Would anyone have known already if someone was getting a fine of $42,000 because they did a video at Disney? We wouldn't know about that. YouTube got fined. And I'm not saying the FTC couldn't fine us. I'm not even saying the FTC is not saying they would. Here's what would happen before that. YouTube would reach out to you and say, hey, you lying liar, you said you weren't sending videos to kids, and here you are, and here's what we're doing that. And if you do it 2 more times, 3 strikes and you're out on YouTube, they'll not demonetize you, they'll delete you. That could happen. But it's not, you're not going to go, oh, hey, thanks for no warning, thanks for the $42,000 bill. Does anyone, and I can only ask you, Lynn, so I apologize, but does anyone really think that's going to happen?
I didn't think so. I mean, that's just absolutely absurd, because you'd think that they'd at least give you a warning. That's my thoughts when I was, you would at least,
they'll give you
3 strikes, you're out. Just
now, again, I'm not talking about FTC now. I'm talking about YouTube.
Right.
So when you get copyright flagged, that's not that big of a deal.
Right.
If you make a song and I use your song, you can still get paid. That's not that big of a deal. When I get a copyright, is it a warning? I don't even know what they call them. 3 of those and you lose your channel. Strike. Yeah, I believe it's a strike. Exactly. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just started kind of freaking out about it, because it's like, if there's children in it, I'm like, I have my child in my videos and I approve that, so why would that even be a problem? Like,
exactly. Well,
I'm his parent. If I want to put him in a video and put him on the internet,
these would be other people's kids, and that's why I wanted Steve to come on. Steve shared in a pretty well viewed live stream last night that he did a little experiment. I did the same thing. I went to McDonald's and I got a Happy Meal, and I put in my title, I got a Happy Meal toy. Same thing that he did. I don't remember what the toy was. Doesn't matter. But he did the same thing. He called it an experiment. I called it I like Happy Meals. But I went and I purposely did it. Now, I'm not saying the algorithm can't change and flag it, but I didn't get flagged for saying getting a Happy Meal toy. Now, he shared that he had a couple that were flagged that had Toy Story in them. Here's the truth. There plenty of toy videos are going to be fine. People buy toys.
Right.
Like, the hysteria seems to be, well, if I get a kid in there, will I get deleted? Will I get demonetized? Will I get fined by the FTC? Look, again, I am not a lawyer, and you need to do your due diligence. And if you're so freaked out by it, I would say I'll buy you the rock, go hide under it. But you're not going to get fined by the FTC for the content that I see in the Disney community. Now, I know there are people who I respect who are not in agreement with what I just said, and I do want to go through the chat and ask some questions. And so,
we've missed a lot in chat.
It's fine. And I love that you guys are here, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm trying to get what I think out there, and I would like to hear from you. What do you think, Lynn? What concerns you? Like, what did you? I guess my question really would be to you. You watched a bunch of videos today, and you feel better or worse, and why?
Just concerned. Like, it's such a gray area, because I feel like nothing is very definite. There is no definitive answer. It's very vague. And I don't.
And you watched the video from YouTube and you felt it was vague afterwards?
Well, so it said something about what did it say? I didn't write that part down because I heard it so many times, but the character, if there was any characters appearing. And so, like, I do character meet and greets. I do them.
Yes.
And so I'm meeting with Disney characters, Mickey, Goofy, Minnie, Daisy. And that would, under what my understanding is that it's directed towards children by their broad, if there are characters like that. So I'm thinking to myself, this is my thought. So if there's a makeup tutorial and it's on the new Frozen 2 eyeshadow palette.
Sassy Cinderella's in here. I think she does those kinds of things. I just watched one. Yes, I did the other day.
Are you going to join Steve in the makeup tutorial?
No, 0% chance. But a creator did a Maleficent one, and I would look. I would submit to you that the makeup tutorial that I watched, because it's a new Disney creator that I just found. She did too. She did a Maleficent thing. She's awesome. It was really fun. I just wanted to see if I would like her, and I do. It was not towards 12 and under. It was not focused towards kids 12 and under. I don't watch them often. You know, Sassy Cinderella's in here. I know there's other people in here. Would you guys agree with that? And I say sassy because I'm looking at it. To me, the biggest concern is the verbiage appeals to for everything. That is too vague. I agree. That is. Do you, Lynn, Sassy Cinderella, anyone else? Do you think that someone's going to send you a $42,000 fine and/or delete your YouTube because of that? I mean, what's the worst that would happen? They would demonetize one video.
I don't know. I almost feel like, I guess I'm a little bit of an overreactor when it comes to like things I'm passionate about. Like, you attack my family, watch out, like, done.
Make me like you more.
And I'm very passionate about my YouTube channel. It is my project, and anything that threatens the future, yay, Steve's here. Anything that threatens the future of my channel, I'm going to put up a fight. And I like the other one better.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't like this thing.
Yeah, I don't like that big. Yeah,
not a good angle for me.
The background to know you guys.
No,
that's fine.
Brian says, so if you did a video about baby shark, yeah, that's for little kids. Steve's in the house. If you don't know Steve's world, what rock are you under? Steve is awesome. One of my favorite people.
Hi guys.
You want to dive in while I check for some questions in chat? We had a very passionate conversation offline that I had to invite him on. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I was with Walt talking about stuff, so I don't know where you're at in the stream yet.
It's okay.
So, but I will say this for those people that are wondering, just because I'm really passionate about this as well. You've probably mentioned it already, but people need to understand that this rule is not new. This rule has been in effect since June of 2013.
What year? I didn't hear you. What year?
2013, 6.5 years ago. It's been in effect. The only reason why anything is happening right now is because Google messed up. What's up, guys? Right. YouTube and Google messed up and started collecting. They collected information from children and targeted that information, and people get to everything where it's going.
Exactly.
So they're putting the blame back on us. It still goes to the same thing. If you can interpret the website however you want to, but I've read extensively the FTC website. I actually, believe it or not, have legal insurance, which I never thought I would need, but I went ahead and bought it at work anyways. I have lawyers on retainer that I can go to for free. So I've sent this to them. They're reviewing just to make sure I'm correct. But you read this thing and it says there's an embodiment of 10 different categories that make something for kids. And it says it has to be specifically marketed for kids. It even says not one or two factors, but it's the embodiment of everything needs to be marketed for kids. So it's saying if you are marketing to kids specifically, then your video is marked for kids. That is taking educational videos and Peppa Pig counting to 10 and coloring and showing and playing with toys and all this other stuff. That is, I don't want to say that, Meg. That is, that is marketing to children. Doing baby shark, whatever, that is marketing to children. That does not mean, somebody asked me the other day, well, the Nationals played that in the World Series. Is that marketing? No, you're talking about one little snippet and an entire embodiment of work. And that is not how they're marketing. When you market to somebody, it's in your title, it's in your thumbnail, it's in the description, because that is how you market for somebody to come watch in. Anybody can stumble onto a video and watch it. You're not going to know what's inside that video unless it's right there in the title, description, or the thumbnail.
And if all those ifs happened, all right, then what YouTube would do would the algorithm at first would flag it, because Brian says he meant Baby Shark. I get it. The algorithm would flag it. I saw you, Brian. I totally agree with what you said. So if the algorithm flags it as for kids, and you don't, what's the word? Argue with them, challenge it, whatever their verbiage is on that.
Dispute.
Then that video would be demonetized. Why? Because you did something wrong? No, because YouTube wants to collect data and use that to place ads on our videos. That's why we're monetized. They're not our friend. They want to share revenue with us, not because they're nice, because they want to grow the pie.
Yes.
That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing, but that's a whole other conversation. So what they would do then is they would not be able to specifically put ads for our viewership. Therefore, they would get fined if they did that. Therefore, they're asking us to self-police who? Them, not even us.
Right.
And so
100%.
as we create content that we believe and are right, you have to be right. You can't just do a Baby Shark tutorial on how to sing for a 4-year-old and say it's not. But if you do that, that's when you'll get those 3 strikes. You'll be out, because they would get fined. The FTC said, look, how are you going to fix this? And they said, we're going to pay your fine. And by the way, we'll ask our creators to do this too. Basically giving them the pound of flesh that the FTC wanted, which was you get all of our 12 and under market. We're saying, yep, we made all those millions on it. We'll pay this fine and we'll never do it again. And we'll ask them to go away on their own. Yep. Anybody disagree with that?
No.
No, I agree.
I mean, what I'm mad about is the creators, and this is where I said before you were here, and even YouTube a little bit, and I love YouTube. I'm not one of those guys who rips on YouTube. They're not out to get us. They're out to grow us. It's in their best interest for us to grow. Everybody who sits there and says, oh, they don't want to promote me. No, just do better videos. They want to promote you. What they are doing is telling the FTC, man, you caught us. And please don't find me again.
Right.
They're giving away that whole market. It's like if you're a car guru, they gave a whole market away, and that was a large, effective, well-paying market, and they gave it up. And so if we decide to go, if Steve and Lynn and Jeff decide to have a collab about something that is clearly for kids 12 and under, I work with kids. I do videos sometimes with kids under 12. Not on this channel, it's a different thing. But if I were to market that, I would have to self-police, or they would give me the 3 strikes and you're out. And what would happen before I got that $42,000 fine? They would delete my channel.
Yes. And then if you kept doing it,
$42,000 fines, would we know about it? Do you think there's a chance that someone would have a $42,000 fine? Some mom and pop, Jimmy, Bob, Joe, Fred, Bobby. No, we wouldn't know about it. Who got a fine? YouTube. And
that's because, and here's the rule. I got it pulled up here. Let me just read part of this as to what this pertaining to this fine. And by the way, the rule went into effect. The amendment of the rule, so it was even before that, but the amended rule went into effect July 1st, 2013. I thought it was.
What was the amendment? I'm unaware of this.
It was the added effect of this COPPA rule. It identified it. So there was even something before that for child online protection.
I see what you're saying, though. Yeah,
but this is the way it is now.
Yes, got it.
So the whole $42,000 fine reads as, let me find it real quick because I can't remember where it was at in this thing.
One of the blogs I watched this law protecting the COPPA law. It came out in like 1998, is what someone said. It
came out, a long time ago.
I don't know how old.
And then the amended version that we're all talking about came out July 1st, 2013.
Blue said so. Everything is the same. Nothing has changed. No, we have to every time we upload a video. So you can mark your entire channel. Yes, I'm for kids, which don't do that unless you are. If you are, then do that. But you're not.
You're done.
Yeah. So here's what it says. It's talking about an operator of a website. Okay. We are not an operator of the website. YouTube is the operator of the website.
That's right.
Okay. It specifically says that COPPA, What are the penalties for lying? A court can hold operators of websites who violate the rule liable for collection of data. We don't collect data either. They can do that at up to $42,530, and depending on the number of factors, including the I can never say this word, egregiousness. There we go. Of the violations, whether the operator has previously violated the rules, the number of children involved, and the amount of type of personal information that's collected. There's your key. The type of personal information that's collected. We don't collect information. We're not the operators of the website.
We don't have access to it. We couldn't if we wanted to.
In turn, YouTube now is saying, okay, FTC can hit them, but they're going to hit us, is what they're saying. They could try to, if we get a suit or we get something against us, it's going to come from YouTube and Google. It's not going to come from the government. This rule's been in effect for 6.5 years. It's not hit us. YouTube is now putting the blame or the responsibility on us to say whether it is. Now they have an algorithm in place that'll do this for them. I was going to say, yeah. But it's not 100% accurate. So they want us to do this.
And it's not even putting it all on us. It's telling the FTC, we'll tell our creators to self-police.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not about telling us we did something wrong. And again, it gets back to, I don't think you were in the stream yet. I get a little crazy when people say, oh, but I'm on the side of protecting kids. Me too. I work with kids. That has
Absolutely.
Like everybody says, oh, well, like even Zip was kidding. Well, we'll just cuss. That it ain't about that.
Nope.
It's not. It has nothing to do with that at all.
So you can't look, saying again, going back, this is the whole embodiment of the work issue. One thing in a video does not disqualify it from being for kids, and one thing does not make it for kids. The entire embodiment is factored into these factors right here. Let me see here. Where did that go? I just hit the scroll button and I missed it.
I see this chat moving, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not answering all the questions. We'll have the good conversation, and then we'll have a 10 or 15 minute thing where we get to all the questions.
Yeah, let me just find this real quick about making it for kids.
You're doing great. No hurry.
Where did it go?
While you look for it, let me tell a quick story that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So here, listen, please. So last night somebody was in a live stream. Somebody mentioned Greg. I don't know who it was. Doesn't matter. But apparently the mods in the stream were saying, "Oh man, make sure you don't have the kids in the background." That's the kind of, I'm sorry guys to be disrespectful, silly talk that is freaking people out. Meg just said, "Well, why are people not saying they're going to quit making videos?" Because they're fearful. Because people are putting big old red thumbnails that are saying "creator $42,000 fine." It's BS. It's not.
Yeah.
It's clickbait. So you watch the video. It's very short term. Like one of my favorite. YouTube creators that talks about creation put one out 2 days ago that I'm actually pretty mad about, because basically the thumbnail is, "Hey, he's scare you to death," and then he says, "Hey, don't be scared," but he's already got all the views. Like it's dirty stuff, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So, and here's where I remember now why I can't find it is because COPPA does not deal with what is qualifying is for kids. COPPA only deals with the gathering of information. That's the only thing COPPA deals with. That's the violation, is they gather information. It doesn't have to do with whether or not we are appealing to children or we are making this content for kids or any of this other stuff. COPPA only affects gathering the information from, it's a privacy thing without parents' permission is all it is. You're gathering information from a child without their parents' permission. So that is what COPPA protects. It protects them from being viewed and what their search engines are and all that other stuff.
Now, and Danny makes a good point. He says, as I posted before, how would anyone get a fine already when it takes place January 1st? Fair point, Danny.
Yep.
And so what they're saying is, look, if you don't do what we want, maybe we'll do it after December or January 1st.
But keep in mind, it's not an FTC thing. It's a YouTube thing that goes into effect January 1st. The law has been in effect for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
Who would get fined? YouTube. What would happen to us? We would get 1 or 2 or 3 strikes, and then it would delete us. And that is possible. Here's how to get deleted. If you want to know how to get deleted, in my never so humble opinion, here's how. Tell them your content is not for kids, and then create content for kids. Do it on purpose. Do it egregiously. Lose your channel, as you should.
Yep.
Liar, pants on fire, you lose your channel. But if you're posting whatever content you post, Disney content, shaving your beard content, whatever it is, and you're actually creating that stuff, and it's not on purpose for kids 12 and under, you're going to be fine. If you say, hey, this is about hair care products, but it's really about binkies and how to
binkies.
How to pick the right one. I love binkies. I don't love them. I love them for my kids.
I know. I miss that.
I'm so cute.
So anyway, Faith Walker Todd says, I'm a grandpa and I go to Disney almost every week without any kids or grandkids. I'm drawn to these videos. Yeah, right. I look forward to the day that I go without a kid. Now I love my kids, but
man, I'm really looking for this thing because this specifically says that too. You can do this stuff without it being for kids.
Of course.
I can't find the regulations. What qualifies it as kids?
So you did a little algorithm test, yes?
Yes.
I kind of did too, but I'd rather hear your story. You did it on purpose, and how did it go? Would you share with? We got 53 people. I'm sure some of them don't know your story.
Thank you, everyone, for being here to chat with us about this.
People are on fire about
this. Yeah.
When you said, hey, whatever, our little conversation turned into this. I've had a bunch of people thanking me already. And I don't know anything. None of us are lawyers, but I think it's good.
Definitely, yeah. Keep in mind, we are definitely not lawyers, but
not legal counsel.
But I do understand what I read, and exactly the way I
work, right?
Exactly the way I've read everything is exactly the way YouTube has flagged my videos. Because I do have some that are targeted for kids, and those are the ones when I used to do toy reviews way back in the day and say, "Hey guys, look at this toy," talking like that. So far, I posted this video intentionally with the word characters in it because that was one of the biggest things that people asked for. And
I'll get to your question in a minute. Good question.
The thing that I put in there, I put Disney World and pictures, character meet and greets, whatever. In my tags, I put toy and toys as a tag, just to be intentional about that. And then I also put in there, I put a little blurb in there. It just says geared towards adult audiences. So then I did a few other things too, and playing with the numbers and everything. So it's got over 100 views and like 20 something comments and all this stuff. It's not flagged. And there's a reason why it's not flagged. It's because it's not marketed for kids. So your marketed for kids things include, and again, not one of these things counts. It's got to be an entire embodiment. It does say something about whether or not there's characters involved or costumes involved that appeals specifically directly towards children. The use of child actors, and in parentheses it says the use of child actors does not mean your video is for kids.
Thank you.
It talks about do you use children's stories and poems? Do you do educational children's things like counting from 1 to 10 or displaying colors? Do you play with toys on the thing? There's like 10 factors, and it says an embodiment of this entire body of work. Does your entire video cross off all the boxes? It doesn't say, okay, for 10 seconds in your video, you have characters in your thing. That means you're made for kids. You're not. It's not that. You're not made for kids. The entire video. Are you marketing specifically directly for kids?
On purpose, yes.
On purpose.
Exactly.
Are you having educational toy videos counting from 1 to 10 and coloring and stuff like that? That's made for kids.
I don't know why when people say, I read this word, I mean, like, it's the whole thing about kids in the background. Like, just because you hit one doesn't mean you're marketing it to kids. You don't need me to tell you that. Everyone knows this. Kids are defined as under 13. Exactly, Desert Dream. Disney Dude says, what if, excuse me, what about if 1 or 2 of your channel or videos on your channel are for kids? Great question.
Yep.
That's why every time, and this is really one of the key things, like, unless they change it currently, since I've uploaded since the new change, not the new law, the change in YouTube's creator studio, I guess is the way to say it. Yeah. Now, as part of the upload, you have to answer yes for kids, no, not for kids. And that is what they agreed. YouTube agreed to said to FTC, we'll have Lynn and Steve and Jeff and Tracy and Toolroom Geeks and Diz Our Dream and everybody else. They will answer right then and there. And if they answer, it's for kids, we won't collect that data. We YouTube. That's what this is. So Disney Dude, if you have a couple that are for kids, mark them for kids.
Yep.
Or if you mark them and you know they're for kids and you mark them not for kids and they catch you, 3 strikes, you're out, you're going to lose your channel. You're not going to get a $42,000 fine. You did not collect data. The law is about collecting data on you. Explain to me how could you collect data? How?
We can't collect data. I mean, you could, but not through YouTube.
How old are you? If he answers, I got some data. But that's not, you can't do that. We can't not pull that. We're not,
Yeah, and that's a good point, Jeff. And so the data that they're looking for those people that are wondering, here is how you violate the COPPA rule. And I'm just scrolling back to the top because I'm way down at the bottom. This is the information that, this is personal information that can be collected. Okay, now pay attention to this and tell me if any YouTuber is gathering this. Some of this could be gotten through chat and stuff like that, not based on trying to find ads and all this. So The amended rule, which is the new rule that's in place 6.5 years ago, personal information is defined as first and last name, a home or physical address, including street name and city of town, online contact information, a screen or username that functions as online or contact information, telephone numbers, social security numbers, persistent identifiers that can be used to recognize a user over time and across websites and online services. That means knowing when you found somebody and they're going to Google or they're going to Amazon or they're buying this or they're doing that. It's something that only a website can do. A photograph, video, or audio file where such file contains a child's image or voice, which means basically stalking somebody. Geolocation information sufficient to cities and this, that, and the other, which is what YouTube does because they pull in where your viewers are from.
Demographic.
And information concerning the child or the parents that the operator collects online from the child and combines it with an identifier described above. So they're looking for personal information from people that are getting social security numbers and getting all this information and using it for benefit. They're using it to go for profit. They're using it to put ads on there because they know that the kids are going to watch those ads because 2 months ago they went to Amazon and bought the same thing or something like that.
Right.
That's the information they're collecting. That's the violation of the rule.
Or simply that they like watching videos about Baby Shark. And so the next Baby Shark 2 Kid Bob Baby Shark, they're going to post it on their channel. That is illegal.
That is monitoring kids and what their websites are. Not whether or not some kid comes in and watches one of your videos.
Kids have a larger expectation that we keep their data, their information private.
Yep.
Great stuff, Steve. Dakota and Family says, what happens if YouTube makes a decision that a video you had made previously for kids, but you failed to market? So look they're not going to come after you for stuff that was not.
I've got some.
Rules. Huh?
I've got some.
Yeah.
All they do is it says for kids and it says YouTube marked by YouTube. I can't remember what it says. It says
flagged you. If you challenge it, they'll probably put an eyeball on it. I guess. I don't know. But
under your visibility under public, it says made for kids. In parentheses, it says set by YouTube. That's it.
Dakota, I saw your comment before we went live. I saw there was a couple. I put the video up as a 30-second video announcing this. I had like 20 views and before I got my text to Lynn over to Lynn or my Instagram or whatever. And I saw your comment, Dakota. You said, I think you should mark all your videos for kids. Respectfully, no, they're not. And and that would be mistaken. Dakota, I don't know your channel well, but yours might be. I think I don't know your channel well. I have a channel in my head that might be you. I'm not really sure. But if you're producing content on purpose for kids, 12 and under, market for kids. If you're going to the Dole Whip stand and you really like Dole Whip, that's not for kids.
And if you're in Disney World and going to meet and greets with characters, that's not only for kids. Now, if you're doing those characters and you're creating a video saying, hey guys, look what and you're talking, talking in kid talk was children's language. Talking in basically kid talk or baby talk is another factor to that. You're not doing any of that stuff. If you are, then yes, you got to market for kids.
Exactly.
So
even like I did too, and 99% of the creators are, and that's the right thing to do. Faith Walker Todd says kid videos will probably have to be in a separate network because the kids are not allowed on the network. So kids are allowed on the network. You're not allowed to have an account on your own, except for with parent permission if you're 13 to 18. They are allowed on the network. What you're not allowed to do is if you're YouTube, collect data on those kids.
Yep.
That's what this is.
That was why they got in trouble. That's what sparked all of this.
Yes, they knew they were breaking the law. They were collecting data, and they were profiting from that. So
heavily. That fine was nothing in comparison to what they made.
Correct.
Yeah, nothing.
And that's what I think is going to happen again. They're going to do all this. Look at the FTC said, we caught you. Google said, or Alphabet or whatever their name is now, they said, yeah, I know. And they said, what are you going to do about it? And they said, well, we'll pay your fine and we'll ask our creators to self-police, giving up the revenue on all that entire market. That was the flesh that the FTC got from Alphabet or Google or YouTube or whatever. Mm-hmm. So Faith Walker, Todd, kid videos are in a separate network. Now, will they still be able to create videos like that? Yes. Are they illegal? No. It's illegal for YouTube to collect data on the viewers of your videos. So Faith Walker, Todd, Steve, Lynn, Jeff creates a video for Baby Shark, because I guess that becomes the thing that we think is appropriate for this conversation. So I create a video on purpose for kids 12 and under, 6-year-olds. I mark it as such. It's not illegal. It's fine. it's not going to be demonetized. It's going to be monetized in such a way that only general ads can go there. Meaning not that I have no revenue, I will have much less revenue. Why? Because if you put an ad on the Super Bowl for Budweiser, you got a shot at people buying beer. But if you put an ad on my channel for shoelace fan clubs, you're probably not going to get a lot of people. Make sense?
Probably.
I mean, I hope that helps.
It's clear as mud, man. It's clear as mud. Not just kidding. So that's the thing, guys. Again, COPPA deals with gathering information. We're not gathering the information. YouTube got smacked. They're putting the blame on us. And again, if they wanted to try to file a civil lawsuit against somebody, they can. They would probably lose in the long run unless we sign an agreement and a contract that says, hey, if we do this and we lie about it. And again, you're not going to get them all right. You're going to have different opinions. I don't think I'm marketing specifically for kids on any of my videos, but I'm kid heavily content on some of the toy videos. So I got no problem with that. The difference is going to be whether or not you intentionally abuse the system. Yes. Then you get strikes. Right. You can talk it out with YouTube and say, look, this isn't, we have different understanding. Maybe they'll convince you a different way, and going forward, you fix it. It's not going to be that rough. This is Google's way of protecting themselves, saying, okay, it's on the creators now. Yeah. COPPA hasn't changed. We just never heard about it because it wasn't a thing until YouTube said, now it's you guys.
Exactly. Well,
and they're using a lot of scare tactics to get that done.
Part of the settlement. Yeah. I don't even know if I think it's scare tactics. I don't think it's YouTube. I think it's creators and people. I think it's headline grabbers and stuff, and people who are sharing pieces of the story and fear-filled pieces of the story.
And let's be
fear mongering.
Let's be quite frank too. There is a YouTube Kids.
Yeah.
So if you want to stop this, have the parents not let their kids on YouTube. Put them on YouTube Kids, where content is already deciphered where it's supposed to be.
That was their first step in telling the government, hey, we're trying.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and one more thing, going back to that too, and I'm going to blank now because I was just thinking about, oh, no, that wasn't it.
I want to know who you're talking to up there.
I'm arguing with myself. I'm arguing with Minnie back there. It was really good. It was something really good, and I got off on that tangent. And I forgot about it. It'll come back to me. Go ahead.
Great later.
It will be great later. Yeah. I remember. Right. So here's the thing that I don't like. Okay, I'm fine with not making money on the video, no problem. And you do make money. So what they do is they take the revenue from, if you got 100% here, kid videos are being reduced anywhere between 30 and 90%. So you could lose up, a lot of that revenue, which means like basically if you use $1, because it's easy to remember. If you made $1 on a video, or let's use $100, you made $100 on a video, you now could make anywhere between $7 to $10 as opposed, $7 to $10 as opposed, $10 to $70 as opposed to that $100 that you would have made. You could lose $90 out of the 100
based on the direct marketing aspect of it.
Exactly. So, here's the part I hate, and I think this is where YouTube has gone way wrong. If your video is marked for kids, if you specifically market a video for kids and your video is for kids, there will be no comments allowed on the video. 0. Nobody can interact with the video whatsoever. Number 2, there are no notifications of the video. So if I put out a video that is specifically for kids and I want you guys to see it, you're not going to know about it. And the third thing is it goes into 0 algorithms for search engines. It will not appear.
No, whatever the other cards are called.
Nothing.
All the things that help you get viewers, they take away. Why?
Yeah.
They can't make revenue on it.
Yes. And so what that entails is the only way you're going to find that video from me is you're searching my channel, going to videos and scrolling through to see if you missed anything that wasn't on there. That's the only way you're going to find the video. That's what's wrong. If I want to turn monetization off on that video, it should be able to be searched no matter what.
Yeah.
If I want to, I don't care about making the money. I want my videos to be seen.
I would agree with you, but I don't own YouTube. I'm pretty sure you don't either. If you do, I'm going to be way nicer to you. But my point is, they don't have to. It's their platform, and they're 100%. So your Aunt Gertie can watch your videos. They're here to make money.
Yep. I am 100% agreement with you that it is. They can do that. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
So I have a quick question before I forget it. If you do mark a couple of videos as is for kids, how does that affect your channel?
If you mark it for kids, well,
your whole channel or that video?
just a video, not your whole channel. Like if you have 2 or 3 videos that are getting hand
I probably have 30 that are for kids.
And so how is that going to affect the future of your channel? Or it's going to be fine. They're not going to like flag your channel. It's just those videos, they're what they are, and then those just kind of go into the abyss.
You will not have those tools. The
just on those videos.
They won't be nobody will be notified by it. It'll be on your channel.
They'll remove any comments that are on them as previous ones
exactly.
too.
Comments would be shut down. That's right. Yeah.
Right.
But your whole channel wouldn't be affected at all.
Yeah, your channel's not going to be affected. It's just you got a video on there that's for kids. It's fine. You're going to get in more trouble if you're marketing for kids that it's not a kid video,
right?
Like alcohol and stuff like that, than you will if you accidentally mark something for that they deem for kids. So YouTube has an algorithm. They have a program that will change the videos for you. It's just they're saying, hey, we're not perfect. Change your own videos.
I don't know. This is maybe getting in the weeds too much. I don't think it's that, Steve. I think it's YouTube is saying, hey, to FTC, we're going to have them police themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I got bad news for everybody. The algorithm is smarter than us. The algorithms, excuse me, know better what's in our videos than we do, and we made them. And that's true. And if you don't believe me, go check out Daryl Lee's videos. It's totally true.
Yep.
Dakota and family, I'm sorry. I hope you've been patient. I appreciate your question. Mine is a childhood autism awareness channel, Dakota. Then yes, you said it in the title. If that's the case, and I do know your channel and I remember it, then you better market for children.
Not necessarily. It depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to
adult looking for information on
if you're trying to do this for an adult to say, hey, this is how to behave for a child for
childhood autism awareness for adults.
If you're showing the child doing nothing but playing with toys and learning and stuff like that, and that's the only aspect of your video is a child playing, then it's for kids. If you're trying to bring awareness to autism, which is definitely not appealing to children,
you're right.
You're fine, as long as you're not 100% showing a child playing with toys and using that to show other kids, hey, look how you play with toys with autism. If you're trying to bring awareness to autism and how adults should act or be able to recognize or interact with children with autism, that's not made for kids. It's not.
Right.
6 and I agree. It's lame. I think that's what Steve's saying, but until I invent my own YouTube, I don't get a vote.
Yeah, you can type it in. If you type in the search engine, my exact title for one of my videos that's for kids, you will not find it.
I was going to say, I
really
think because they're not collecting data on that.
They remove it from all search engine algorithms and everything.
Oh.
Mickey's Magic, Meg, says, ultimately, this is such a small impact on our lives. We're small YouTubers who either make very little money or no money at all. All this worrying seems silly. Meg, you already know it. I already love you, but exactly. I think if you're losing a second of sleep over this, you'll never get it back. You're not doing anything wrong. Here's who should be worried. People who want to create videos for kids and not say so.
Right.
If your channel is specifically for kids 12 and under, your revenue is going to go away. How many people are making a lot of money? Now, frankly, there's some huge channels. There's a bunch.
Yes.
They're not
what about that unboxing, the toy unboxing kid that they always talk about? That made
this affects they made $11 million last year. This affects that channel. So it does affect some channels.
But let's be real.
They'll only make like 1 million.
Yeah.
They've known about it and they've moved their monetization. Here's the other thing that I really want to say, and I Steve and Lynn and anyone else, I'd really like to hear your thoughts on it, but I feel strongly about this. Me and Walt were talking about this a tiny bit tonight.
Tracy said, real quick, I'm sleeping fine. I'm just here to make sure Kenzie's doing the right things.
I like what he's doing.
We're doing things right, he says. Sorry. I thought he said she was doing the right things.
If you're making a lot on YouTube, it's probably a small percentage of that is going to be ad revenue. Like the partner program is awesome. It's a goal. Everyone wants to be part of the monetization. Right. Kelly from Myers of the Mouse is getting close. It's one of the reasons we're going to have our Monday Night Football show, trying to help him get his watch hours. But let's be real. If you make it on YouTube, and you're making bank on YouTube, it's probably not from ad revenue. Now, the argument seems to be, and Walt's not here. I invited him on. I wish he was here. His argument was, well, people like the Tim tracker, and I threw in Casey Neistat are making a ton on ad revenue. That is true and irrelevant. you know, you can, if you're making that money on ad revenue, you're making more money in sponsorships, you're making more money in deals, you're making more money in X, Y, and Z. That's killing it. That's making money right now. It's on koozies and shirts. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
I'm right.
And donations and super chats.
Super chats.
We make money.
My first 12 months of revenue generation on my YouTube channel haven't been monetized that much. I'm on pace for a little over $1,000 in the first 12 months. Most of that is super chats. The vast majority of that is super chats. I'm not trying to make this full time. I'm not opposed to it. If that happened, that'd be cool. But if that happened, most of my family's income wouldn't be from AdSense.
No,
it is a nice level that I wanted to get to, that I want to help other people get to. I love being part of the YouTube partner program, but that is not where the revenue for YouTubers is coming by and large.
Right.
Do you guys have a thought on that?
I agree 100% because I see where my revenue comes from too, and it's not from ads by any means. I mean, if I hit $1 on an ad, I mean $1 on a video, not an ad, $1 on a video, that's really good.
I have like 7.
Yeah, usually it's less than $1 on a video.
Did you hear what I just said, guys? I haven't looked in a while, but I have like 7 that have earned a total of $1. And I just shared with you that I'm on pace for about $1,000 in the first 12 months.
So, I mean, I don't know what. Let me check mine. I think I know I'm somewhere. I think it was like $38, and I've been monetized for like 3 weeks. But most of that is coming from my Character Warehouse videos and my resort and room tours.
Was it, first off, was any of that super chats or anything of that 38?
I've never had a super chat. No.
Oh, okay. So, but basically, you have your resort tours and your Character Warehouse videos have blown up.
Yeah, those are
huge numbers on those. So those will earn you a little bit more.
Right.
And your videos have thousands of views. I have like 3 videos ever that have gone in 4 digits.
So with the bigger videos that hit, you are going to get a little bit more revenue. But all that said, you still made $38 in ad revenue.
Right. That's like almost a month.
Yeah. So
you that's you
might as well start retiring now.
I know. That's what everybody said. I was like, yeah, I got monetized now, so I'm retiring. Bye.
I mean, like if you put that out,
that's correct.
I mean, just being honest, if you put that out, you're going to make about $400 for the year on ad revenue.
Right. Yeah.
On those type.
Because you can consider you're going to
have. You could.
Yeah.
But look at your other videos. And look at your other videos that don't have 100,000 views on them and
$1.
Yeah. You're not going to. I mean, it takes a big video to get that high.
Right.
I appreciate you sharing that. People are worried about sharing revenue. I will. You want to ask me about?
I don't care.
I'll tell you all day long.
I haven't transparent
where I live yet. They have my old address. That's how so far, people. But Mickey's Magic. If I hit like 1K views, 1K views, she means on videos, I make a couple dollars in ad revenue. It's not much, and not many of my videos hit 1K. Again, I've got I think 3 to 5. I don't even know that have hit 1,000 views videos. The ad revenue, if it hits $1, is a big deal. I could look right now, but it's like 4 or 5. And I've been very open. I'll make about $1,000 in the first 12 months. It's not in ad revenue. And again, that's not to say that Tim Tracker's not making money on ad revenue. I'm sure he is.
Yeah, well, with his views and everything, he has to make.
But that is an outlier. Read the book. That's a great book.
Our Dream just mentioned something that is one of my concerns. He said that our Character Warehouse video got flagged as for kids.
So
and
things for that. Though.
What's that?
What?
There's 2 things that could first that need to happen. Number 1 is you need to do the review with YouTube and say this isn't for kids. Number 2 is
you did that and they turned it down.
But number 2 is depends on what you were showing in those videos. If you were doing nothing but showing stuffed animals and toys, and the way you titled the video and titled your tags and your description, you could flag it for the algorithm to be for kids. You may have to do some tinkering with those words. But I mean, if you went to the thing though, and you did nothing but show stuffed animals and toys, you probably have to mark that for kids.
The algorithm, so much, it's amazing. Again, watch Daryl Lee's video if you want some information on this. The algorithm picks up what's in the video, both through audio and through the video cues. So I don't think the title has as much to do with it as we want to believe, frankly. So I would be interested to see what's in your video, and I might even go and watch it just because I want to know. But if that's the case, that does change a little bit there. I would suspect if you ask for the review, you'd get it. But I'd like to hear more about that.
Yep, I would definitely.
I have a total of 0 on my channel. I don't know. Some of you, you're on my
channel. So this is our dream. Jeff just said, I think it's because I will use the word character in the tag. That's not it, Jeff. Because that's one of the things I tested in my video when we were talking about doing it. Mine specifically says character in my title, in my description, and in the tags, and it did not get flagged.
I put Happy Meal toy on purpose.
I use character in all of my Character Warehouse videos. It's a Disney Character Warehouse.
So have yours been flagged? Because your best videos are Character Warehouse videos. Best, I mean by views, what little I know of your channel. I know your channel better than the average bear, but I'm right. Have they been flagged?
No.
Do you know how to test? Does everybody know how to test for flag? Have they been flagged? Everybody in the chat?
A lot of people asked me that today. A lot of people.
You just look at the your.
Well,
wait.
The easy way, you go to Creator Studio.
Yeah.
Then click on videos on the left, and in the second column that says visibility, it'll say public. If it's been changed by YouTube, under the word public, it'll say for kids set by YouTube.
Yeah, nope, I don't have that on any of them. I checked it today.
Yeah, and see, people were like worried. My guys are worried about it too. Some of them more than others. They're just going nuts over this because they're afraid we're going to get hit with $42,000 fine. Which also keep in mind that's for massive repeat offenders and how egregious the offense was. And I mean, it could be like nothing. Or it could be like $10. You know,
that's for YouTube, not for us because we can't collect data.
Exactly.
Okay.
We're not going to get hit with it. The other part of that is dang, I hate when I get on these tangents and I lose my train of thought. So
you're doing great.
So you got the stuff that's marked for kids, and then what were we talking about? I'm going somewhere with this.
How YouTube flags your video. You know how to check for it.
Oh, okay. So my guys were really worried about the Toy Story video we did. I mean, it's all over the thumbnail. It's all over everything. We dressed it as characters in Toy Story, not flagged.
I was just going to say, couldn't you just show whoever they were, guys, it didn't get flagged?
Yes, I did. I've done that. But they're all still worried. Everybody's still worried because it's unknown to people. People don't understand what's really going on. People don't understand this this law has been in effect for 6.5 years.
I blame
you. Just don't get that.
People only read the first third of the headline and then they ask their friends on Facebook.
People keep sending me video after video after video. Look at this guy says, look at that. They don't know. These are just random people that are talking because they're all scared. You got to understand the law. You got to understand the rule as it's written. You got to understand that YouTube this is from YouTube. This isn't from the law. It's not from the government. This is from YouTube because they are the ones that collect the data. They collected the wrong data, or they knew they did.
How you could give me a scenario where I could be fined for collecting data on children.
The only thing they can try, from what I understand, and this is one of the questions I've asked the lawyers to look at. The only thing that you can, that from my understanding, until I hear from them, is they can try to file a civil suit against you, but they would probably lose.
Who's they in this scenario?
Google, YouTube.
Yeah, they would take your channel away first. Mickey's Magic, even if I set my channel as for kids, would YouTube still flag it? Individual videos will be flagged by the algorithm if they deem them on purpose focused for kids. Man, I know your channel well. I don't know every video on your channel. I have not seen a video on your channel that you or I would say was purposely for 12 and under. Maybe I'm missing one. Maybe you went to the preschool and you did a video. I don't know, but I don't.
Thanks, Kay. Stacy has been reposting this question. Blue Nose asked for you. I'd hate to see PJ, GG, and Preston lose their accounts if YouTube were to try splitting between adult and kid YouTubers. So what about kids with channels under 13 with YouTube channels?
So those are definitely kid created, and you would not see the content coming on those kids. But here's what I honestly think should happen.
Unrelated.
What's that?
This is unrelated to COPPA.
It is, but in a way, because not really, because they have to mark theirs for kids now because they're clearly for kids, which means you'll never see them. You'll never see their videos. You'll never see anything they do because they're going to be marked for kids because they are kids creating content for kids. Okay. So there is a kids YouTube. And if Google and YouTube are this worried about this, don't allow anybody on YouTube under the age of 13.
Right.
Let their parents create accounts and watch it with them. It's parents watch what your kids are doing.
Yeah.
Now, granted,
but that still is not anything that anyone would get in trouble for YouTube or us on COPPA. It would be about, again, I apologize for repeating myself, but YouTube collecting data on a video created for a kid is the issue here. They're asking us to self-police so they don't get fined again. What they can do is remove your channel. I would like to say for the 100th time, how would you come up with a scenario where you would get fined for collecting data on your viewers? Prove it. Do it. Show me.
I think that's just the confusion with the whole thing, because when I started watching videos, that's what it sounded like. Like, I'm going to get all these $42,000 up to $40,000 fines for each video. I'm like, for creating Disney content, that's how it's perceived because we aren't educated.
Go to your favorite website. Go to the bottom. Look at those ads. They're lying to you. Those are lying. Those headlines are lies. You want to go see Jenny McCarthy on a date with her guy. It's not there. That's not what you're going to go see.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got it. Jenny McCarthy.
Let's be clear about one thing. Creating Disney content. I see Meg says she marked one of her Disney on Ice things for kids. Okay. That's not marketing for kids. It's not. Unless you are taking that video that you caught ice skating and intentionally doing something of it to make it go directly to kids, specifically for kids. It's got to be specific content. Going to Disney and filming Disney is not for kids.
Correct.
Going to Disney, filming kids, nothing but kids meeting with characters, and the whole video is about a kid doing nothing but, oh, Mickey Mouse, I love you. And talking like that.
6-year-old, all the autographs at Disney would be marketed for kids. Actually, marketed for parents, but I wouldn't do that one. Meg, you can, and you have every right, by the way, Meg and everyone else, to mark your video as for kids only.
Absolutely.
Make it true. It just makes it, you don't have the tools that YouTube gives you to monetize your video. So we and you and they get paid.
Yep. And off topic, because that's what I do. Brian said Germany has McRibs year round. I said, I'm moving to Germany then. He said, I love Indy. He then said, I love Indiana, too much to move. Then Meg said Steve would totally move to Massachusetts.
I did see the Massachusetts comment. I didn't know where we're going there.
So I would say Meg is closer to being right. So that is a possibility in the very near future.
What if I make a video for Jason? Jim, I like it.
There's Jim.
You have to ask the algorithm. I don't know. Yeah, Meg, I was going to ask you about that. Where'd it go? I hit the wrong button, I guess. It wasn't marked by YouTube. It was marked by you. Yeah.
Well, Meg, there's a problem with that, though. And that is that your video no longer will be searchable, and it won't be recommended, and you won't be able to get notifications. You won't be able to do anything. The only way people see that video, if it's marked for kids, and this is the biggest problem. If YouTube would let us turn off monetization, no problems whatsoever. But they don't. And even if you turn off monetization, you still have to mark it for kids. If you do, it will not be in the search parameters at all. People have to go to your channel to find it.
Exactly.
Crazy to me.
Like that, but if you subscribe to someone, you can see their likes. I mean, is that demographics? I don't know their age necessarily unless they post it publicly. Like if you subscribe to my channel, I don't know anything about you unless you publicly place it somewhere for me to find it, right? I don't have, like, if I get a video, like Kelly's got a video that's like at 15,000, and Kelly from Myers and Mouse, go subscribe, like, watch your stuff, and he doesn't have any data. He doesn't have any demographics on those viewers. He is actually saying, oh man, I'm really excited about this video, but I only got like 50, 20 new subs. He can't go find who watched the video and market to them and send them a tweet. Hey, I saw you watch my video. Could you please subscribe? He can't do that. He doesn't have access to that information.
Right. You know what country and what age range of 10 years your demographic is that's watching your channel or your video, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. The age ranges are very broad too. One of the age ranges is 0 to 13.
Yeah.
I mean, you're never. I mean, and some people have 0 in there, but that's still
babysitter. Someone said that earlier. I was like, a lot of people do that. YouTube babysitter.
Yes.
Well, my wife does with me. She throws me in here and makes me watch YouTube.
Thanks, Disney, dude.
You know what, guys? And I will say that these two are two of my favorite creators. Little plug for them. They're here because they want to share their information. They want to ask questions, and they want to share it with you guys. Get over to their channel. If you don't know them already, give them some love. I don't think I've done a very good job in finding the questions in here. So if you want to put the questions in here now for any of us, now would be a great time. I didn't tell these guys how long we'd be here. I'm shocked it's been an hour because I've really...
Has it been an hour?
It has. It's 10:04 at my time, 11:04 in the great East Coast. So if you have a question, hey, Orlando guy, thanks for subbing to Lynn.
Thanks, Orlando guy.
In there, you can at me or at Steve or at Lynn. You can send us a message if you want to, but now would be a great time for that. Again, guys, I don't know. I didn't say how long we'd stay. I have no idea, but I don't want to.
I'm just like, thank you both so much. And thanks for making it on, Steve, because I know you're so good with this like technical stuff. But I don't know. I just like immediately was worried, and I felt like I don't know. Jeff's my go-to guy. I'm like, he doesn't know everything. I'm like, I don't. You're literally the only person I messaged when I was worried about it, because I had talked to Josh about it, and
Josh has a very strong opinion about this.
He gave me good information, but I didn't want to bother him anymore because we already had like a 2-hour live stream, and he has his family things to do. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm worried. And like, I need another opinion on this. Jeff has to have an opinion on this. I knew that.
Well, and let me answer one question from not necessarily a question, but Oswald here says, I hate copyright thing. Not even a song from the background or radio can appear in your video. Yeah. To a point, that's true. But here's the thing: that person created that. So I have no problem with them getting it. But you created your own video, and as long as it's not a blatant strike, you can share revenue with them. It's it doesn't automatically block it. You don't automatically lose your revenue. You can still make the videos with those songs all you want. It's just, depending on the severity, you're not going to be able to make money. If you do it and play, like I've done a lot where I push the boundaries of the 15-second rule and all that, but they just come up and say, Disney, for instance, go to Disney. It's a Small World. It's a Small World. It's copyrighted. You go on that ride, you're not going to be able to make money unless you go back in and say, share revenue, because they'll automatically demonetize the video, but you can go share revenue and then you guys just split it because you created the video, but they created the song.
Your last name's not Sherman. You didn't write the song. You don't have
I've got no problem with the people that created that actual content to be rewarded for that.
Giving credit where credit's due.
Exactly.
One of the first, it's not on this channel, one of the first videos I ever posted to YouTube was at a 30 Seconds to Mars concert. I liked it. I wanted it. It was for me to listen to. I was shocked to learn it had thousands of views. It's one of the reasons I started a YouTube channel. I don't get any revenue for that. My name's not Jared Leto. I'm not singing. It's not my song. Right? Vacation says, I think another part of this was that freaky Momo video thing that was happening. Am I wrong about that? Paper, scissors, and vacation. This has nothing to do with that. That Momo, that's a funny topic.
What?
So that Momo video, it's it's art. Like, I don't know. Some of you are going to know this. Some of you don't. You don't know what I'm talking about, the Momo video. Some of you know, oh man, what is his name? He had a million.
Van Gogh?
Huh?
Talking about Vincent Van Gogh, like that kind of thing? Or what are you talking about?
So you don't know what we're talking about with Momo?
Oh, I know what it is. I didn't know it looks like something Vincent Van Gogh would have designed.
Vincent Van Gogh's a freak. That's a good one, but that's a whole other thing. So Momo, the picture that you all see of Momo is just the girl's beak.
It looks like a bird woman.
Yeah.
Creepy bird woman.
You have to see the whole picture. It's a piece of art in a Japanese gallery, and it's pretty ugly, but it's not the story. You know, that story was a bunch of freaking idiots making up stuff and scaring people. It's not, that whole story.
Disney, dude, have a great night.
You know, like I work with kids, so you know that you go in the bathroom and you turn off the lights and all they say you see Bloody Mary. That's what it is. It's nothing.
Well, the one thing that I was disturbed about with that,
Morty Mouse did a video on this, and he told the truth on it, and he got 1 million views. And some of you know him in the community. Go watch this video; explains it very well, and it's right. He's right. All the other stuff about there, it's fake.
Here's the big thing I had is that people were using. This is the problem that I found with it. People were using things like Peppa Pig that kids are going to watch and throwing this in the middle of it. You'd be watching Peppa Pig, all of a sudden this thing comes on there. But apparently it was sending out messages for kids to hurt themselves or something bad would happen to their families. It was
those are stories, but they're untrue.
So I didn't go watch any of them. So that's what the whole craze was about. Is that but they did infiltrate a kid's, and what they were doing is they were infiltrating like your videos and putting this thing inside your videos on your channel. That's the part that was the bad part about it. And they were throwing this figure in there. I honestly can't speak to whether or not they were or were not telling kids to hurt themselves because I didn't watch them. But that's what the whole
saying that people in Australia were trying. It's so dumb. But
is it?
I know. Yeah.
That's what Josh was talking about earlier today.
Danny, it's like Slender Man. It's exactly 100,000 subscribers without any videos. I like positive thinking.
Hey, with enough time before the sun blows up and destroys the earth.
I'm rooting for you, buddy. Good luck.
Funny.
Anyway, yeah, Morty got a lot of views on him. He's actually local. He lives here in Texas. Anyway, so I'm going to try to scroll through and see if there's any questions, guys. Now's the time to ask. I'm not going to go all the way to the top, guys. We've been here for an hour.
Well, if we missed it while we were ranting and talking, just put it back in the chat.
Yeah, if you have a question, put it in here now. Oh, here we go.
I apologize if we did miss them, but when we're passionate about it, we want to make sure we give you guys good information.
How many people upload edited videos with artist songs and their vids don't get taken down? They're not going to take them down. So nope. I took my daughter to I don't know what's the girl with the hair, really cute, sings real good. Doesn't matter. I took her.
Ariana Grande.
Yes. How did you get that with that?
I watched her video.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wow, we need to play some rates together. That was good. So I went to the Ariana Grande concert. I stood out like a sore thumb, but that's a whole nother thing. And I put it on there. I knew it wasn't going to, I'm not going to get paid. Ariana Grande is going to get paid, and as she should.
Yeah.
I'm not Jared Leto. Meg, I can say I'm not Jared Leto, but you can't say I'm not Jared Leto. What the hell? You know the resemblance? Yeah. I love Jared Leto.
Yeah, your video is not going to come down. It's just going to get flagged. You can't make the money off of it. It goes to whoever it is that created it. So your video.
Why does YouTube exist? So they can make money on our content. So they don't want to take it down.
Right.
They want to get paid, and they're going to give 40% or whatever to, well, in this case, 30 Seconds to Mars. Make sense?
Yeah. I want to address something real quick from Human Person. It says, Jeff, I heard that if many people ask for COPPA's hotline directly, it's number 7 on the info page, that they have to break down the vagueness of it if there's enough people who ask for it. Let me be clear about something. The COPPA rule is not vague. It tells you exactly what it is. YouTube's discretion of what is for kids and what is not for kids is what is vague. But to me, COPPA seems pretty cut and dry. It's listed there in a massive legal document. It blatantly says if you take online information from children, that's against the law. So the vagueness comes from Google, and you guys can disagree if you want. The vagueness comes from Google's definition of what videos are for kids and what videos are not. It's not vague. It's pretty black and white and very defined in a massively long.
I deeply agree with that.
What's that?
I deeply agree with what Steve just said.
Yeah.
And Human Person, I love you. I know you. I love you. When I read Here's Dole Dirt, I heard that. I love it when people say I heard that. Yep. You know, Thanksgiving is coming. And when Aunt Gertie comes and she gives you your opinions, you can agree with them if you want. You can go on Facebook if you want. You can do all those things. But the truth is, just read it, man. There's nothing there. I am not one of those people who calls and fights and yells. I'm not Karen, and I don't like Karen. But, Karen gets her way because people are sick of Karen, not because she's right. And I'm saying all this because I don't know anything about COPPA's hotline directly. Number 7, the law is the law is the law. And the law was broken by YouTube. And we're not going to change a law because we call number 7.
Well, no, and Human Person is absolutely right. People are going nuts on the internet telling you to do this, change the law. It's not the law that needs to be changed. It's Google and YouTube's definition of why they're making us define this as for kids or not for kids, because they don't want to take responsibility for what they did.
Right.
Going forward, they took responsibility. This was just to appease COPPA going forward.
FTC. It's like I don't go on Facebook, but I hear it's still out there. And when you go on Facebook every 3 months, there's a, hey, sign this petition. Make sure you say this because then Facebook can't take down your site or whatever.
People. Not going to do.
Please, if you're one of those people, just don't vote. I don't care which way you vote, but don't vote. And I'm trying to be funny, but not really. Google and YouTube are going to be vague to leave openings for themselves. Probably. They know people will still be here regardless. I mean, I think lawyers are really good at wordsmithing what's okay and what's not okay. I think Steve is probably
wordsmithing. I love that.
That's a word.
No, that's an awesome word.
Welcome back, Anthony Manzano. And real quick to address Tracy as well. Tracy said Kenzie did a live stream on whatever day it was. I think it's a Tuesday maybe. And the next day it was not viewable until they removed 3 minutes of it. So to be clear, there are some things that are copywritten that you absolutely cannot use. and there are things that are copywritten that you can share and use. You just don't know until you use them. If they block your view, they'll say, hey, take this section out or delete the audio. They'll pull the song out for you.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You never gotten that yet? So we get you get it all the time if you're down in Disneyland, or Disney World with some of the songs, and like if they're doing the dance parties and some of those actual songs you don't normally hear. You can do it. You cannot show movies or shorts that are not yours. You can have music playing in the background, and what they will do is turn around and say,
you can show them, you will not get paid for them.
Right.
No, you cannot. There have been 2 people that got banned from YouTube for 90 days because they showed the shorts. Certain things you cannot show.
Huh.
Really?
So, yes.
Alana, if you're in the chat, pop up. I'd like to ask you if you'd be willing to talk about that. I don't think you are, but I know you said you might pop in. Mike Wheeler, I look exactly like Jared Leto. Meg wanted me to tell you.
We're talking about Jared Leto that played the Joker?
Yes.
Of course you do. Just your hair's not green.
What are you laughing about, Steven?
I said your hair's not green.
It was blue for Halloween.
That's true. That was a Hades.
Come on. Man, you know what? I'm still like, I really thought my video was pretty good. I was on the road, so it wasn't great. And we were in the car. I'm driving to Orlando, so I can watch all these. And I watched Steve's. I'm like, babe, you got to watch this. She's like, I'm driving. I'm like, I don't care. You got to watch this.
I got the wheel.
No one's gonna watch my video at all because watch this. It's so funny. And then,
which video was it?
I'm pretty.
Oh gosh.
But then, you know what you did though? You got typecast, buddy.
I got
what?
Typecast.
What is that?
That is when you have to dress up with lipstick every stream now.
Oh my gosh. People expect me to do something weird. But see, that's the thing. Is I gotta. Here's the deal. I'm not opposed. You've seen what I've done so far. I'm not opposed to do things.
So far,
I can't do it every night. I can't do it every night, or people are going to be expecting it. Got to leave them wanting it to where maybe he will, maybe he won't. So
I love you. I love your channel. I will always support you. I'm that one guy though. I don't want you to do that.
Trust me, I don't want to do it either. But
well, at least you're not getting pushed to get a McRib tonight by us.
The chat
is another thing, but we aren't gonna push you to get a McRib. We are here. We're staying mostly on topic, and we're doing a good job.
Like even Meg right now is saying she didn't get a McRib on her birthday when she wanted me to go out. We'll see, Meg. Not today though. Some things are more important than McRibs.
What? So to get back on topic a little bit, Anthony says, Jeff, I watch channels that specifically talk about sports. Me too. And some of them get flagged for showing game highlights. Me too. Or highlights of prospects at their college football. So Conor McGregor was at the Cowboys game. Conor McGregor is a UFC fighter. Conor McGregor threw the ball like he's never thrown a football in his life, probably because he never threw a football in his life. It was hilarious, and I clipped it. I took a video of it, and I made fun of him because I made fun of him. And I knew it would get copyrighted. Why? CBS did the video, not me.
Yeah.
How long did you take the clip of though? Like how many seconds?
About 20 seconds. I think I showed it twice.
So
there are some things that don't fall under creative license because you can't show video. Video does not fall under creative license.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why they can create it. They will not get revenue. Does that make sense? I hope that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I said that very well, Anthony. I hope that made sense.
Oh, Stacy, Jesus.
She's hilarious. I love Stacy.
Jeff is referring to this. She put the timestamp and everything in it.
Thank you, all my mods. 100,000 subscribers. I'm thinking this is Danny. Hi, Danny. How are you? Jeff, what is your fantasy basketball or football lineup if you have one? Fantasy basketball. My fantasy about basketball is they stop traveling. That would be nice. And I'll let you know what happens in the NCAA tournament. That's the only basketball I watch because they travel, and I'm sick of it. Fantasy football, I told Steve I'm in one league, and they were young. And Danny, I'm thinking it might be you, but yeah, we did an auction, and I got all the players. So yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna win that league. I've got Lamar Jackson. I don't want to.
I thought you were gonna win the baseball league too.
We've got to talk about. I want to talk to you specifically about fantasy baseball next year sometime before New Year's Eve, because I got an idea.
For those of you that don't know, I won the fantasy baseball league.
Actually, I got a prize for you. I got to send you out some stuff.
You can donate to somebody. I don't need it.
No, it's a you thing, but it's not worth anything. Trust me.
If it's a Dodger emblem or something, I'll take it. But outside of that, I know, Stacy, it's okay.
Anyone else in the chat have any other questions that we didn't cover or we missed?
Anthony Manzano thinks I look like a young Bill Murray. I'm not sure. That's what he said. I'm not sure about that, but
Wait, what? A young who? Bill
Bill
Murray?
I don't have
not
No.
a chance.
No.
Bill Murray's up there on my list. That's a pretty good one.
I love Bill Murray.
I don't think I look anything like Bill Murray.
No.
I know what, I don't know how anyone sees. Like, I don't think I look like anybody. You know who I think you look like, Steve? Steve. You know who I think you look like, Lynn? Lynn. I don't
Okay.
have that, whatever that gene is. You look like fill in the blank.
I will say this. I used to get this all the time. Not so much now. I'm a little out of shape now. I'm extremely dark complected for those of you that haven't seen it. I don't know if I've saved it, but a lot of people, my nickname in high school, people used to call me Will Smith because I honestly looked like Will Smith. I kid you not. Let me find the picture real quick.
Don't look that dark complected.
Oh, no, did you not see the picture with me and Patrick and hang on. Let me find it. Go ahead. Let me find the picture while you guys are talking. Let me just find the picture while we're talking here. I've only been in the sun like 2 days since in the last 2 months.
Another Will Smith.
No.
Give me a second, guys. Let me find them here. Hang on.
I loved it that night when you guys were talking. Dave was talking about. I probably doesn't that. I don't know. Talking about the
Oh yes, I caught that one. That was so
talking about
funny.
what?
Frosted tips.
Subscribers. I was using.
I did have frosted tips.
Yeah.
So did my husband. That's how he got me.
Avery, the
Sugar Ray.
Indiana. I like it. The Fresh Prince of Indiana.
What was it? I missed it. What?
Avery, the Fresh Prince.
I will find it. Hang on. I'm going to find 2 pictures though, because I want to find this. We had one of the professional photographers take our picture.
That's so
man, I gotta
great.
find this. This
While
is
he's looking for it. The Lynn Project, Steve's World, 2 of the best Disney community channels out there. Get over there, check their channels. You know what? I don't know. I know that Josh Resort TV 1 is passionate about this. I know he's got some petition thing. I don't know his position on this. I'd like to ask him. He's busy. I'm not going to bug him. Where are they coming down on this? Do you know? Either of you?
I don't know yet. There are people that are trying to get that petition going, though. And there are people, I mean, look, there's a lot of big people, big YouTubers that want to sign this petition too. And there'll be some traction to it for sure. And look,
it's you. I knew it was you, Danny. Nothing. Inside thing. Sorry.
Man, I gotta find this picture. Yeah, let's see. I got 2 pictures to find because.
So you keep looking. I think that those people who were talking about.
Here, I got it on here. I know I do.
I think it's a little bit clickbait. I think they want people to come to their channel and talk about it.
What?
About this Josh petition. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you're talking about and it's working because people are actually going to this stuff and looking at some people are legitimate about it. Some people are not.
It's working. Like how?
People are going through it. People are believing
it. I signed it.
People are drinking
it too. Send a $1.99 super chat. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. I'll see what Josh is doing, but I don't.
Here's the thing. I don't want to say this word because it's going to sound wrong. People just don't know. People don't understand this law.
Uninformed.
Uninformed. That's a better word than I was thinking of.
They're ignorant to.
That's what I was going to say, but I don't want it. People sometimes take that word the wrong way.
No.
So when you're ignorant to a subject, you just don't understand the matter that's coming from it. And people are ignorant to this law, this rule, and it's a knee-jerk reaction to the masses because it does affect people. It's just people don't understand how it affects them, and then you hear one doomsday scenario, and it's spreads like wildfire.
Right.
Exactly.
I was borderline tears today because I was like, I'm gonna lose my YouTube channel. I don't know what's going on.
And you said some form of that. I don't remember how you put it, but something about you worked hard and this. I don't remember exactly what you said. Maybe it was the beginning of the stream, and it made me sad, because they're on our side, guys. YouTube is on Lynn's side and Steve's side and my side. I'm not saying they're perfect. I disagree with plenty of things they do, but they're on our side. They want us to grow. Yeah, Avery, Josh from Resort TV 1. I don't know the details. I just know he was involved in some petition. I don't know.
We're making money. They're making money off of the ad revenue. They want us to create because we make money. They make money. They don't create. Well, we create. We do the work and they take the money. and we get a portion of it. So,
well, let's be clear: they provide the platform and the audience, which draws the audience in. We couldn't do it on our own.
Absolutely.
I can run outside and yell real loud about what I've got on my phone, but I mean, no, I just play it like what's say anything, that old video.
Excuse me, 911. There is a guy running down the street. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Mr. Magical Moments, welcome in. Hey, Christy.
Yeah.
Hey, I know Christy is either at or real close to 1,000. Christy's Corner's in the chat. Go ahead and get over to her channel and give her a sub. I don't know what her number is now, but earlier today she was like 9 away or something. So get over to her channel and give her some love. By love, I mean with the red button that's free. Hey, I heard subscribing to anybody's channel is free today and all weekend, right?
And then the rest of your life.
Okay.
For now.
But do it
for now. From this day, as we know it.
Well, PC Dad is using YouTube as a full-time job. I can see him being worried.
Again, if it's directed specifically for children.
If you're talking about the dev I know, he doesn't have any videos that are specifically for children that I'm aware of.
Okay, I found the video, or found the picture.
Woo!
So a professional photographer took a sunset photo of me, PJ, and Zip, one of the memory maker people. And this is how it came out.
Wow.
So PJ kind of looks like our That's
your son.
Yeah, I was.
That's how dark I was. And
I have a few jokes.
Well, as I said, I told him PJ got my chin in his forehead is what I told him. So, but that's how when I get dark, when I actually get out in the sun and everything, I get like literally. I've been out in the sun twice in 2 months, and it's dark. So,
do you work from home?
No, I mean, well, like, so the days are getting shorter. I go in early, so it's still dark when I go into work, and I leave when it's dark as well.
Dark out, yeah.
Now I got to find the picture of this is my high school graduation picture we're talking about with the Will Smith.
Yes,
so, I mean, it's here. I just got to go through. Look, I got 6,000 something photos on my phone, so I got to.
Good night, two real geeks. Thank you for being here.
See you, buddy.
That's
See you,
so
Danny.
funny. I wish I had that problem. You realize that? Like, I live in South Florida, and I am pasty, paste white. And people call me out on it all the time. They're like, Lynn, like, you should go to the beach.
I
have videos to edit. I can't.
I had a guy walk up to me that I worked with for literally more than 5 years. Walked up to me one day and said, "What ethnicity are you?" I said, "What?" He said, "What ethnicity are you? Are you Puerto Rican? Are you Jamaican?" I said, "I'm from Indiana." I didn't know what to answer the call, but no, I'm really dark complected.
In Breaking the Three Little Birds, come on.
Out my window.
Nice. Keep going. Don't stop.
No, I'm gonna stop, or everyone will leave. You'll lose all 44 right now.
Either that or Barry Manilow.
No, stop. COPPA, Cabana.
I like that song.
For the third time today, I love me some Barry Manilow. I don't care. I'm translucent, not even pale.
Yeah, me too, Meg. Me too.
She's translucent. Is that what she said?
I am.
Funny.
Okay, now I finally got past the Disney pictures.
Thank God for bronzer.
Dan, thanks for being here, buddy. I think we're at the end. Again, while he's looking for it.
He knows what I'm talking about.
If you have any questions, now's the time. We're going to stick around for 5 or 10 more, and then we're going to bounce. Frankly, I'm getting tired. Dan, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Daylight savings time. You know what? That is another. We should have a whole. You want to see a rant? Get me going on the stupidity of daylight savings time. Like,
I don't mind it.
Mike likes my singing voice. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you.
I like your tan, Lynn. So. There you go. I mean, if we're going out there,
that was mean.
Did you just meet me right now?
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. I love it.
If I hurt your feelings.
No, you're going to have to try a lot harder.
Me too.
There's so many pictures on here. I'm going back for now. I'm pre-Disney now, going through the costumes that we wore during some of these streams. I forgot I was the Undertaker.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you being here. I hope tonight was helpful, and I'm glad you popped in.
Thank you, everyone.
Copacabana ever since, right? I've been singing it since like 1977. So, hey Google, what year did Copacabana come out?
Jeez.
Copacabana at the COPPA was released in February 1978.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That was before I was born.
Hey, oh, shut up, young kid. Whatever. Steve, I have 12,000 photos on my phone, and yeah, that was from Meg, not Jeff. So, have you guys heard of Google Photos? Like, what are you guys? What?
Look, Jeff. I've got 14 hard drives.
I remember you said that once.
I'm trying to combine them. I quit counting the other day. In the folders I've already got set, I have more than 250,000 photos.
Of what?
Stuff. Everything, man. I just take it.
I have nothing organized.
I take an average of between 8 and 12,000. All my trips have been between 8 and 12,000 videos and photos at Disney World every time I go.
But Meg said they're on her phone, like Google Photos. By the way, Lynn and Steve are the exact opposite person. One is organized. His organizational folder is organized, and then Lynn. I'm not either, Lynn.
I'm halfway through the scrolling process to find this photo.
Halfway.
Sorry, I got some. I'll tell you how many I got on when I'm done, but I don't want to lose track of where I'm at.
I was just saying, like, if somebody found my phone, they would be so disappointed that it's just all Disney pictures.
I would love that. What are you talking about? Donna says I was in high school when that came out. I would have been, would they say 78? I would have been 8. So what is that? 3rd grade, I guess?
You were an 8-year-old 3rd grader? That's right. Never mind. I wasn't.
Wait, I think that's.
Boy, you gave me real low confidence there for a minute.
I was thinking something else. You're right.
There you go. Steve and Jeff, when you guys go to Disney, what type of cameras do you guys use to record your videos? They're the same with the cameras are used to take pictures. So what I use is this. What I used to use is the Galaxy. I've never brought, since I've been on YouTube, an actual camera. I actually like being light. You see what Lynn's using? She's got some kind of rat on top of her camera.
I got my dead cat.
Dead cat.
Meow.
Steve, what do you use? Are you camera guy? I know you bought a.
So I took. So I tried something new this trip and it didn't work. So I tried using the phone because it streams in 4K. Nothing came out. As I was watching it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! It looks great, crystal clear. Everything just is fantastic." And that did not translate to the video when it came out. So unfortunately, I've really messed up most of the videos and stuff that I took on this past trip.
Are you sure?
I'm real sure.
What phone are you using?
So iPhone, whatever this is, not a 10. So
I bet you're being overly critical, buddy. That's a pretty good phone.
No. They're really. Look, my cameras do so much better. So I have a Canon G7X Mark II, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Except what's that?
Is that what you have, Lynn?
Oh
no, I have a Canon M50.
Okay, so those are the two go-tos for vloggers.
And then I also have a Rebel, a Canon Rebel. That's what I use for still photos. And it actually, lately, the videos I've been doing, the puzzle video I just did and all that, I shot with that because it's coming out of better quality.
Really? I hear the G7. I guess there's a G9 coming out in the 50. Is it the 50? What is yours, Lynn?
Canon M50.
Yeah, I don't know cameras, but I hear those are the two go-tos.
Yeah, they pretty much are. I wanted the G7X, and my husband was like, "No, we are getting the M50."
Well, they're both
okay.
For the vlogger list.
Yeah, I think it was more of like it's the newer technology, the mirror. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna try and talk like I know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Meg, do you like it? Your G7?
Those have great stability, which is what I wanted. But this is what I mostly use in the parks, but I'm going to get a Manfrotto, which is going to be about half of this, the Manfrotto, so I can just hold it here because it's too much. I don't need all that.
Christy's asking you, I have the camera, but it doesn't have a spot for the fluff. What did you do to attach it?
What do you mean? There's so that was the big seller on this camera is that there's the port for the external mic. And that is one of the biggest things that my husband said was why we should get this camera. And I can do the external mic, and the G7X you cannot. So it was just you get what it is, and you can't add anything to it.
So the dead cat though can be attached. You can buy them at Best Buy or anywhere. They're not very expensive, and you cut them up,
No.
and they have little glue strips you can put down. You put one in front and one behind the mic hole, and it just takes the wind filter out.
Meg, who's
I don't do that much work. Like this comes off it.
Well, no, that if they go right over it, that's fine. But they make the Canon G7X Mark II doesn't have that. It's got a hole in the top of the camera, and that's the microphone. So you can't put anything on it. You can't do anything. So they make this thing where you can do strips and put one behind it to keep it from. It's got a self-adhesive strip on it.
I see.
Meg, who knows her way around a camera, she's an excellent photographer, says I use a Nikon D500 for my photos. Amazing quality, but way too much. I'm sure she means money. But if your photographer makes a lot of sense, she also says the focus is horrible. But overall, great for a Canon. I'm really not I like to get into cameras. Honestly, it's the price point. Like what I'm doing in my life, this is a good camera. And I'm not saying it's not going to be as good as a great real camera, but I can't justify the expense right now for what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Africa. I used my Nikon for my photos in Africa. They came out so great. I would definitely, Meg, if I needed camera info, you and Steve probably be who I'd go to. Steve, just because I know he knows all things, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much.
As a guy who thinks he knows everything, I would go to you.
Wow. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's see, where do we go? A couple other questions. Anthony says, Lynn, Jeff, Steve, when you're recording a radio at Disney when it comes to lagging. So when I want to start doing videos for the parks, I can avoid this. I don't think I understand your question, buddy.
Is that live streaming? Is that what they're saying?
Oh, okay. Maybe he's asking about what areas in the parks. If Anthony, you're talking about what areas in the parks you lag, you just got to go and try it out. I can tell you, Disneyland is way harder to stream than Disney World. And I don't know where you're at. You just have to try it out. There's, if you're it's just like anywhere else. If you're in a building, Pirates of the Caribbean is harder than outside. Did you find it, Steve?
No. I'm going back to. I got a real quick thing on here. I thought they were all out of here, but I know it's got to be on this. It's in here somewhere. I just didn't want to have to do it through here. If we have to shut down stream, it's not a big deal. I'll show it to you.
I'm in no hurry. I just didn't want. I don't want to. I didn't tell you guys, hey, let's go an hour, and
I don't go to bed till 2:00, so I'm good.
Yeah, I'm pretty much later than that. The Orlando guy said he has the Zhiyun Smooth. I don't know how to say it right. 3-axis gimbal. I have a gimbal too, and I've taken it to the parks once. And
I have two gimbals, and I use them religiously.
I don't use it.
I had to get my stupid phone in there, so I haven't used it yet. How about that?
I use it for my resort and room tours now, and that's it. That's the only thing. Yeah.
You don't use them at all and anywhere else?
It is heavy, and I have chicken arms. They're like I can't hold the gimbal, and my camera is too much. But I do plan on getting a gimbal for my phone. I want to get a gimbal to live stream in the park and try that out now that I'm monetized, and do a little live streaming from the parks when I'm there on my trip.
Let me ask you guys, when you watch other people's videos, I mean, obviously Josh at Resort TV, when he's on a gimbal, it looks smooth. But when I get a little bit of bounce on somebody else's video, it doesn't bug me that much. Am I just a weirdo?
It depends. So you got your different levels of people that know how to hold a camera and how not to.
Right.
And just from experience, there's some that look like they're running from Blair Witch Project and they're just running down the road. and no offense to them.
Right.
They're just inexperienced with it, and they just don't understand what they're doing yet. They will with practice and time, and that's why you keep doing it.
Yeah.
But then there's people that can walk with a non-stabilized camera and shoot a very good quality video and be fine. I'm getting to the point now where I have all the tools I need So if I shoot without it and there's just a very slight, it's not professional for me, and
annoys
it annoys the crap out of me. So I have to use my gimbals.
So, but you're a perfectionist, yes?
Yes.
Is there a word for the opposite of that? That's what I am.
A non-perfectionist? I don't know.
It's not long enough for me to say what it is. But,
for me, when I put my very first vlog out, I was so upset with it because I was like, all it does is shake. I can't even stabilize it. I tried to add stabilization on editing because I have the Adobe Premiere Pro and they can stabilize it. And then it looked like you were in a time warp and it was like, and I was like, oh my God, this is even worse. I'm not doing it again. And I was like, this is so bad. How did I screw up? And I don't look at any of my video until I get it home. I will record everything. And then when I get home, I honestly haven't even looked at my video I'm about to edit from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. I just put it up. I put it in my folders for the vlogs that I'm going to make and then get rid of it off the cards. And it's there when I'm ready to edit it. So I don't know what I have, what I did until I go to edit that video. And that's just how I do it.
I think that's healthy. Well, Anthony wants to know if I like vampires or werewolves better. I'm a vampire guy. Brad Pitt. Vampire pretty cool. Don't know why you asked me that, but
Team Jacob.
Yeah.
I've never seen those movies. But I know what you're talking about.
Jacob.
Mickey. You know what? Meg is not Mickey. Meg asks or says, I'm still with you. I just go with the flow. Whatever works for the time I have will work overall, especially with my painting. I cannot be a perfectionist. Yeah. I am not an artist. I love artists. I love people who create things. Jared Leto, second time I mentioned him tonight, talks about when he asks, and a lot of artists will say this, ask Jared Leto what the song was about. Like he writes a song and what were you thinking? Doesn't matter. It's yours now. You're the listener. And so I kind of think that way with my videos. Like once they're out, they're out. It doesn't matter anymore, right? And so I
absolutely
come from my attitude of I'm not a perfectionist. I think done is better than perfect. Anyway.
I'm right in between.
You're a perfectionist.
I'm kind of in between you guys because I've already told you I've spent 8 hours editing videos, so I can't take that back.
If I spend 8 hours editing a video, it better be like a 5-hour video. But it's different though. We have different goals. My goal for this year is to post a video every day. Your goal is to post, but it's different than you are creating a better video than I am. Right?
Well, look, and some people just don't like editing, and some people can't do it. So
I like editing. I wanted to get good at it, and that's why I do one every day. Because at the end of 365. I better be better than I was a year ago.
For an hour of video, it usually takes me about 8 times as much to edit if I want to do it properly.
I
can also edit a video in 20 minutes. So
it depends on what you're editing completely.
Yeah.
Well, that we'll dive into it here. What do you guys do on music? I am actively looking to find. And I think I'm going to go with Epidemic Sound.
I want to try Epidemic. I'm so sick of the YouTube one.
Or whatever, but I hate my music in my videos. I don't know. I'm not good at.
How much time do you spend looking for music?
I'm done now.
Well, some people spend 8 hours just looking for one song for one video. Here's what I do. So Epidemic is really good. Epidemic is set up exactly like YouTube music, except it has more.
I've never used YouTube music.
Epidemic has a lot of songs that have words to them that you're allowed to use. So that they have a better variety, I think. What I do is I sit down with YouTube Music. I'll spend 8 hours going through the music and downloading every song that I like. And then when I've got 200 songs downloaded, I think that'll work at some point. I'll be like, oh, that'd be a good video showing in something emotional, or that'd be a great video on a ride, or this would be a great video, or song. I mean, not video.
You laminate it?
Yeah, I do laminate it. So, but no, I download them to. I have a folder that I've downloaded them all to, and then I have asterisks next to the ones that require you to put something in the notes, and so I got them all organized and everything. And then when I sit and I find a video, the first thing I do is I go to that the ones I've selected already for a future, and I sit there and I select them. and I look for the music that I've downloaded. That's how I do my music. I don't wait till the video is edited to try to go sift through 8 hours of music.
Right.
Epidemic is a lot like YouTube, except it costs money, and it has a little bit wider variety of songs, and you can get songs that actually include words.
Yeah.
Most of YouTube is just instrumental.
I think that no matter what I use, I'm not sure if I think. How do I say this? Is it my ear? I just don't. When I put in music, I don't like it. Like I feel like even finding the right volume, where to add it, where to blend it in, where to fade it in. I don't know how to get good at that.
It's just getting familiar with the editing software.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
No, I was just saying your editing software will do a lot more than you know it will do.
Yeah. What do you edit on, Steve?
I edit on a Premiere Pro.
Okay, that's what I do too. And Jeff, you do yours on your phone, right?
I do.
iMovie or whatever. There's a lot of people that use iMovie.
I've used iMovie my whole life. I use KineMaster.
Oh, okay.
I think it's pronounced KineMaster. It's KINE. It's about $39 or whatever. It's pretty powerful for mobile, and but I don't know. I know if I want to graduate, I need to graduate. So we'll see.
Adobe Premiere Pro is a beast. It is.
Yeah.
It's more than I have not even scratched the surface, and I've been doing this for 7 months, and I try to learn to do something new and better once a month.
Yeah, see, that's really where I'm at. I try to every day. I want to get better, and in 2020, it's music and it's editing off of KineMaster. I'm trying to decide: do I want to get a Mac or do I want to stay on this cheap little thing and stay with Adobe Pro, which I've never used, but I have.
Adobe is
Premiere Pro. I meant.
Yeah, it's really in my opinion, I think that it is probably the best because it's what they use to make like
Final Cut Pro
big
and Premiere Pro
motion pictures.
Everybody's using those two.
Yeah. Well, Premiere Pro is very user friendly as well, and so that's one of the reasons why I like it, because I didn't have any editing experience when I first got it. So it was like
it's the entry, the cost of entry for time. Not hard. Like, how long did it take you to be able to edit a video that was something you were okay with putting out?
Well, me, I'm not joking. Most of my videos have been one take, throw some music in it, and put the ending on it, and I'm done.
No edits, no cuts, no transition.
None of it. I when I film, it's honestly a lot of mine sitting down behind a camera, going through. Now, when I'm doing some of these other things I'm doing now, I'm taking a little bit more time. But 90% of my first 200 videos, I don't know, I'm close to like 300 videos or 400 videos.
Oh wow!
90% of my first 200 were just one take. Overlay the music, found the right. I would play the music to see where I thought the volume should be. Found a good number, and that's what I stuck with.
Anthony, what comment are you wanting to have people read?
That's not the case for me at all. I started basically with the park vlogs, and I screw up my words all the time, and I know I'm screwing them up, so I'll immediately say it again. And so I have a lot of cuts. I had to learn how to blend my cuts, and my kids like to screw with me. My husband likes to mess with me, so they're constantly messing with me in the background.
Live stream from this morning.
They all mess with me, so I have to pick and choose like what I'm going to leave in that I feel is appropriate and what I need to take out. And so I had to really utilize the editing, and I have Adobe Premiere Pro CC, and I did not find it user friendly, but I watched a lot of tutorials and I kept those up. As I'm editing, I would reference them. I'd take notes, which keys are the hot keys, and I just taught myself as I went. And as I did it, the more I did it, the easier it got. Now I can sit here with my hand on the keyboard and the mouse in my hand, and I know there's probably a faster way that I'm not doing it, but it works for me and I'm comfortable. So that's what I do.
My wife will be out in California with her dad and the family for Thanksgiving, and then we'll have some time off for Christmas. My point is I'll have some time to learn a thing or four. And I think I want to dive into either Adobe or Final Cut Pro. I don't have my Mac yet. I'm not going to buy a Mac unless I go with Final Cut Pro. Seems like a lot of money just to change a editing thing though, but I don't know. I guess I just got to do it. I mean, it's just like any piece of software. You don't know it until you know it, then you know it.
Yeah.
And I don't know it.
I hadn't touched a computer. I haven't touched a camera. I hadn't done any of these. I never edited a video in my life, never touched any kind of even Photoshop. I never even touched Photoshop, nothing before I started doing this in March.
I've never opened it, and I have it.
Never. I have it too. I've never used it, but all of this was new to me, and I figured it out, and I am not tech savvy at all. And I still figured it out. So if I can do it, anyone can.
And you use Adobe Premiere Pro now? Is that what you said?
Adobe Premiere Pro CC is the version that we have.
Yeah, and let's. There are more advanced things that you can learn as you go. But for the basics of trying to edit a video, it's really user friendly.
Yeah.
So I like Peter McKinnon very much. I haven't watched him lately, to be honest, but watching him, sometimes he'll show his workflow, and it doesn't look that different from KineMaster. It just looks much more powerful. So I'm kind of intrigued. Intrigued's not the right way to say it. I'm kind of I don't know. I think it. Do you think I could learn it in 2 or 3 days?
You could learn enough in 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, I mean, it's the learning curve as you.
Yeah, I don't need to be an expert. I need to.
I could give you a 20-minute lesson. You'd be able to edit a video basically. There's a lot of bells and whistles, but just to get the basic overlay,
you could do what you're doing
in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm pretty confident that you could. I'm rooting for you.
Goofy, I think I run a nonprofit, so we actually have it through that, and it's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You can get the basics of Adobe Premiere Pro in a day. Really? Okay. Yeah, guys, if you don't know the Atlanta guy, check him out. He's got a cool channel. Just getting to know him. I like him a lot. Check out his channel. Got some good stuff. And Tip says that was poor English. Anthony says, Tip, Steve, Lynn, Jeff, if you guys want to avoid getting flagged for music by Disney, I recommend you guys use generic music. Yeah, so like Steve was talking about being in the parks. I had one at Hollywood Studios early on a couple years ago, and I really liked the Christmas music. I liked the Christmas sounds. I left it up there, but it was the first time I got flagged for copyright. And, it bummed me out a little bit because it got good views. I don't know what that was, but whatever it was. And but now if I care, I'll just take out their music and throw my music on the top. But that's why I asked earlier.
Yeah.
When you buy the premium KineMaster, whatever, they add like 2 songs a week. But whoop-de-doo, like, how many Christmas type songs I have? Like 4. I mean, no one knows my channel that well, but if you knew my channel well and you watched all my Christmas videos, you're hearing 4 songs over and over again, and that, it is what it is.
They have a decent amount on YouTube Studio. You can't access that on your phone.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
The YouTube Studio, the music library on there.
I've never done it. I've never tried. I've not given.
They have tons of Christmas songs on there. Tons. I already have them.
So part of it is because I'm on mobile. I'm sure I can download those onto my phone. I just haven't bothered to figure out how. I mean, it's probably a 5-minute event. But.
5-minute event.
But I know, like Epidemic Sound, you can like pull the stems out. I think they're called.
Yeah.
So like, if you just like the guitar track.
Crickets.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna check that out. Anthony asked, Jeff, do you feel YouTube is screwing content creators by constantly flagging them? I do not. I feel like YouTube is allowing us to use their platform. I think they are doing the opposite of screwing us. Yep. I think people who think YouTube is screwing them are people who are looking for a reason to say somebody else is at fault.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anthony, but I mean, so I think allows you to download stems. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Orlando guy. I think it used to be called Talency. I was actually going to sign up for it Friday, but they've changed their name. I don't know the details. It's probably what I'm going to do when I hang up with you guys, frankly. But they're called something else now. And for $7.99, you get Epidemic Sound and a bunch of other stuff. And I'm going to do that because $7.99 is less than $14.99.
Math. Hashtag math.
All right. Well, I'll find this picture I'm looking for, but I'll send it to you. But I did find another one that's close. It's blurry. It's hard to see in all this. And I know I just showed this to somebody on stream. I don't remember. We were talking about, it was maybe it was off stream. We were showing pictures and I found it. And I thought I took another picture of it, but apparently I didn't. But I will show you this. I will show you the one that
You're going to have to throw it up on Instagram when you find it.
Oh, I will. This is extremely blurry, but this is as close you can kind of get an idea. But that was me back in the day when I graduated high school.
Why would you lie to us like this?
So, like I said, the high school picture is much better. It's darker. The big ears stick out. I got the same ridiculous mustache.
If you had a brother and you told me that was you, I would say liar, liar, pants on fire.
That doesn't look like you.
That was me. I'll find. I got to find the graduation picture, man. It was. I got it somewhere too. I just cannot. I don't know where it is. I don't know if I just left or missed it when I was scrolling through here. It's on one of these. I have, to give you an idea, I told you about my pictures and stuff. I have 1,281 folders that pictures are in.
But wait, that many folders?
Folders.
Are they all named like folder?
They're dated with the year, the month, the day, and then what is on it. Like if it came from my phone or Disney World or.
Me and you have so much in common, and also we have so much that is exactly the opposite. That's one of the opposite.
Yeah. So Tracy knows I got a MySpace page, and I actually have a folder for my MySpace pics right here. I guess I should look at it and see if it's in there.
Oh my God! You still have your MySpace pictures?
So we were talking about MySpace the other day. Hold on, we were talking about MySpace the other day, and I pulled up my old. So when I was engaged,
I wonder if I have mine.
When I was engaged, I let my girlfriend choose my MySpace. She set it up. I will say this: I would never want anybody to see it today. So
show us,
because I don't know how to change it. She set it all up and everything. I don't know what the username is. I don't know what anything is. It will show up. But I know when you open it up, I can't believe I'm going to tell people this. When you open it up, it's like a sunset. You see a silhouette of a man and a woman kind of close together, and then Billy Meyer's Kiss the Rain's playing. And it's raining down on the screens. I just lost my man card. So, Lynn, can you breathe, Lynn? Breathe.
Oh my God.
So is there any chance that it might work out with her in the future?
No.
Okay, good. Just
0 chance.
I needed to know that.
Totally paid off.
Remember GeoCities, says Jonathan. I do. I remember GeoCities. Never had a MySpace. I remember having a meeting at work, Boys and Girls Clubs, talking about the evil that MySpace was, and we better not let any of our kids on there because they'll all be gang members if we let them on there. It was the dumbest. Well, it was one of the dumber meetings of my career.
I may have just found these are photos from around the same time. So let me look here and see if I can find it now.
Anthony, I use Streamlabs for mobile. I don't mobile stream a lot. I've only done it 5 or 6 times.
You can mobile StreamYard now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Can you really?
Yep.
I think my MySpace is gone. I couldn't find it. I don't know what to look for.
So that makes me want to ask you, Steve. You weren't that big of a fan of StreamYard at the beginning.
Still not.
You're on like 14 times a week.
But look, we've made it work.
The chef still think you can have like 500 people on there because.
Well, he knows he can't. That's we thought it was originally this if you did the paid version with the high version or whatever, but that's the new Google Hangouts that's coming out next year. It's for Google Business and you can get up to like 100 or 200 people.
Yeah.
So that's something totally different. We thought it was originally Duck Labs, but it's not.
I remember talking to you guys about that. I'm like, okay, you guys make that.
So like we've made this work to the best of its ability, and we've used it to be entertaining. I think
you guys are great. I love it.
But we still miss the speaker view because there's times when we hate when we go, oh hey, present me. We don't like having to do that and find the button and present it. Just seems. But you know what? Like, no, don't present me. But that's kind of it. When we would speak, it would go back and forth. But there are times when people are trying to
power.
There are times when people are trying to get a point across, and if multiple people are going, it just keeps bouncing back.
It's funny because that drove me crazy.
Yeah, but see, you had that option not to use that view. We just like that view.
Oh, that's true.
But
why don't I know about that? Tell me more. Like
about YouTube, StreamYard Mobile, you mean? Oh, I found the picture. Sorry.
So excited.
Well, I've been looking for a long time. Hang on a minute.
Yay.
Wait a minute. Wait. It's gonna be well, maybe this is not the best one, but I'll share the screen, Jeff.
How do you do that? That's so fancy.
So while you're doing whatever you're doing, is it just an app on my phone for StreamYard? Like I'm annoyed
So
about it, I don't know.
you
I like
go
it
to
a lot.
you go to StreamYards and you just create. You can create it from mobily.
Stacy.
So is the picture up?
Oh, Steve Shane. Oh yeah.
No,
I was looking at you, not looking at
It's this one's not as dark as I thought it was, but
Oh.
So what are you doing Saturday?
that is
That's
me
the
when I
caption.
graduated.
That's so funny.
So yeah. So there's that.
That's
And
great. Nice stash.
yeah, I had it going for sure. Then I moved into a phase from that through high school and then starting into college. Then I went to a mustache and goatee together. Then I went to blonde hair. Then I went to blonde tips. Then I went to just the bottom part goatee. Now I'm clean shaven.
Frosted goatee.
I never no that was the worst part. I had such dark facial hair and dark eyebrows. And being dark complected, I went ahead and made my hair blonde, but I left everything else dark.
Sugar Ray.
Oh man, now I got to see if I got to see if I got a picture when I had blonde hair.
Who'd you beat up for the gold rope thing?
The gold rope thing. Oh, I was valedictorian in my class.
No, were you really?
Yeah. That's why I was the gold. Yeah, I was on National Honor Society, and
I knocked the kid over that had it, and I swung it around and smacked him with it.
Nope, that was me.
That's great. Thanks for sharing. That's funny.
Oh man, I've got pictures and videos like embarrassing. To be honest with you, I wouldn't mind losing some weight and getting back to those pictures. So so there's
Orlando Bloom says Blue Nose.
There's there's people that act in certain ways. I'm not going to say the word that we call them, but there's people that act in certain ways that are there's a picture when I split up my chin. I had a hole in my chin.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'll show that one to you off stream. I'll show that. It's I mean, like, it's literally, I got a scar across it. You could stick 3 fingers in it and wiggle them around it. I got dropped on it. I was playing basketball and we were playing, believe it or not, a bunch of military guys, and we were outsized and outmanned, and one of them came up from behind me, and the referees were letting the game get way out of hand. Of course, I have an official's license and was getting mad at them because they weren't calling stuff. One of them picked me up and then slammed me back down on my chin, and it split wide open, just popped.
What sport were you playing?
It's basketball.
Where? Like
at a rec club, and believe it or not, they did not call a foul in that play.
What?
They were just, the referees just, I mean, it didn't help that I told them I had my license and they didn't, and things like that. But my point was made just the hard way.
Talking smack.
How do we get a video of Angry Steve? Like, I'm down for that.
Angry Steve, no.
They run out of McRibs.
Oh yeah, that'll get you Angry Steve.
Extra pickles.
But anyways, when I was the kind of pictures I used to take when I was engaged to the girl in California that never have a chance of, that did my MySpace. I used to be in the gym every day.
Resume right there.
I used to be in the gym every day. I was in shape, and I would send pictures what I would consider, I can't say the word on here, but shirtless pictures nonstop to her all the time. I came across that folder the other day. So
I really like you. I'll skip that folder because
I don't even have any of those old pictures that I used to have like that. Like, no, I mean, I didn't send those. But, high school.
I am a male. There's nothing wrong with a shirtless picture. It was just
I didn't do
not
that.
Classy. Let's just say it's not something you would consider, hey, let me take a shirtless picture and send it to my girlfriend. Back then it was like, that's what, but yeah, it was just bad. It was just bad.
I'm glad that I'm older than you guys because I didn't have the opportunity to do those.
To do any of that.
Yeah,
and I was always in the same pose too. It was always the camera way up here, me looking at the camera like this. My ears were pierced. I had a faux hawk. I mean, it was just
both of them. Did you have both ears pierced?
Oh yeah, they still are. This one's pierced 3 times. This one's pierced once.
Nice.
I don't wear earrings anymore, but they are pierced.
I'm O for O.
O for O.
Good.
My husband had both his ears pierced too back in the day. So
yeah,
we're from the same generation. Like,
yep.
So
you know how it was.
But I'm feeling old right now.
He had the frosted. He had the frosted tips too.
He had the frosted tips.
Man, I wish I could find this picture. There's one picture where when I used to coach that I had the full dark mustache and goatee and the dark eyebrows and out in the sun, and it was just bright as could be. I look back on that and go, why? What's that?
Were you on the Jersey Shore ever?
No, I was scrawny in high school, and then I started working out when I got about the college, my senior year of college, and then I broke my ankle, which I do have those photos. That was nasty. About 8 years ago, I broke my ankle, and did not have insurance at the time, so I didn't repair it the correct way.
Oh no!
So I just came across this the other day because I went down like my Google photo. Sorry to interrupt you guys. I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
This the frosted tips and like ear piercing. So I don't know if he's still up here. Can you see it?
Nice.
It's like
that's how my hair was right there.
That's me and my husband, and like we were together. I think we were young. That's 17 right there.
Meg says I want to be friends with Teen Steve.
Like a lot of fun. That's fun. Yeah, so that was.
Hey Patrick, what's going on?
What's up, Zip?
Hey Zip.
Going down memory lane here.
So that's my.
Let's go.
What's that?
You come in the chat and it says Creator Talk, COPPA, whatever. And now we're talking about frosted tips and whatever.
I mean, it's been.
I love how chats.
2 hours. We got all of our rants out, and we were pretty heated and hot about it for a while.
It was a good conversation.
I enjoyed it.
I loved it. The
creator side of this, I do. I like that you guys are willing to have this talk, and I hope it was helpful. I mean, we're not down to zero.
It was a good talk.
Yeah.
No, I am going to take this moment to say thank you so much to both of you. Thank you so much, Jeff, for asking to do this and
thank you.
Having it and helping me have a peace of mind so I can sleep at night and not want to cry myself to sleep because I'm thinking I'm going to lose my channel. Like I was literally borderline tears. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my channel.
Like you were like 2 last night, 5 today, you and if it's that many people, it's way more.
Yeah.
I mean, people are freaking out. And I did a couple searches for news and the news was just all old stuff. It's no, Sassy, no, sorry. Happy to have you back. It annoys me that I think that there's people purposefully trying to scare people.
Yes.
And that makes me mad.
Misinformation.
Well, people tend to just generally fear the unknown, and this is unknown to most people. Again, it's been in effect for 6.5 years.
It's not unlike, it's not the same, but it's not unlike when we were losing whatever it was called, the YouTube live stream apparatus. I can't even think of the name of.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we gonna do? No, you're gonna be fine.
You move on.
It's like when they stopped letting you mobile if you didn't have 1,000 viewer or subscribers, unless you use another app like Streamlabs. You know what? Get Streamlabs, nothing. Hit a button. It's free.
Right.
I don't know. People, and I don't know why people decide that YouTube's out to get them. That makes me crazy a little bit.
No, I mean they want to make money. That's why everybody is here to make money. They all want to make money, and they're making
YouTube
money.
I don't know if everybody, but YouTube is.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like all of these platforms, like they're not here because they're charity. They're here because it's a business, and they're trying.
And we're creating. Promote
exactly. We're creating content, and they're making money off of it, and that's great. But I enjoy what I'm doing. I just don't want them to stop what I'm doing. You know, that was it. Like, don't stop me.
Meg says we're paying homage to Shep because on Saturday night because he's sick and can't be out here, so we're staying off topic. I did find I got the pictures of my ankle if you want to see them when they were broken. It's not really gross, but you can look at the color of the toes even. But if it comes through,
I mean, in general, I'm not a foot guy.
Ew.
Do you see how purple my toes are? Like
purple's my favorite color. That just made me not like it.
That's my toes, and it didn't do anything to my toes. That was just that. The other side, the other side is the same. You can see it goes all the way around the bottom of the foot and up the ankle, and that's when I put on. That's when I gained 85 pounds in 6 weeks.
What?
Yeah, I had a really high metabolism and stamina, and I was playing a lot of basketball, and I was playing 3 or 4 nights a week, and I got shoved in a basketball game and by some kid that didn't know what he was doing in a pickup game, nonetheless, and landed on a guy's ankle and it snapped
That's happened to
sideways.
my husband too.
And I was eating 3 hamburgers in a sitting just to keep up with my body. And I didn't stop that once I gained 85 pounds. So
Holy moly. That sounds like my pregnancy.
I had a baby.
Yeah, my baby was 7 pounds. I gained 75.
I gained 75 pounds because I had breakfast one day and I just kept going.
Zip is working tonight, so
yeah, I saw that earlier.
What's that?
Stacy said not looking. Paper and scissors, Vicky, not looking.
It wasn't that bad. It's bruises.
Yeah, it was bruised. It wasn't like
It wasn't like
it's not like the chin picture.
There.
It's not like the chin picture that I could show you. That's really bad.
Well, this might be a good way or a good spot to say if you have any questions, now is definitely the time. Before we leave, Lynn, what do you got for the peeps? What do you want to promote to the 33 in the house still?
Not a whole. I was gonna edit a video today. Instead, I just watched countless YouTube videos on the.
Freaking out, right? So
yeah.
what were the videos saying? Were they saying, "Oh my gosh, the sky is falling. You better commit Harry Carey on your"?
Pretty much. Somebody earlier mentioned J Law House or something like that. There was that channel I watched, and he's going to like the courthouse and appealing and writing letters. Yeah, and I mean, you guys just made me feel a lot better about it, so I don't really feel like I need to do any of that. But just keep doing what I'm doing and not target children. I'm not targeting children, but like, okay, one last thing on this. I have children. I have 2, and they're older. They're 12 and 16, but they have had access to YouTube since they've had phones, which is only like 2 years because I was anti-phones for kids because I was like, what are you gonna call like your bookie? Like, you don't need a phone. I know where you're at all the time, so you don't need one. But since they've had them, I give them access to YouTube, and I know that they have access to YouTube. I trust them. I look at it. We have access to all of their accounts and Gmails and whatever. But that's a parent's job to monitor that stuff. And I don't know. I'm just going to kind of leave it at that.
It seems like the argument goes too often for me to, but I'm for kids' safety. Nothing about kids' safety here, man. Nothing outside of the kids' privacy as it relates to their data being used to target them with ads. Doesn't have anything to do with kids' safety.
No.
It's not going to stop Momo videos. It's not going to stop cussing. It's not going to stop fill in the blank. It's going to stop.
Dumb people will keep doing dumb things.
Yep. Yeah, this has nothing to do with protecting kids from stuff like that whatsoever.
No.
This is about gathering information.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard so many people, but I'm for kids' safety. How does this keep them safe? Outside of not having their data used to target them with ads, which I don't think that's that bad, but it's the law. You can't do it, so whatever. So I don't quite understand it. And when I hear that, I know that people are just clueless, not ignorant. Is that what's worse? I'm not trying to make anybody sad, just not educated.
Ask anyone you meet anywhere who has kids, are they watching TV or are they watching YouTube? From all ages, all kids, that is what they're watching now. That is just a fact. A fact. As a parent, as a mother, as a friend of other people who have small children, I know that is what kids are watching now.
But I work with kids and I don't get offended. But if I did, I'd be offended by people saying, yeah, but I want to help protect them by what? Protect them by protecting them. This isn't protecting kids. This is This is marking your video so YouTube can tell the
safe.
Oops.
Yeah. The kids aren't commenting on the videos. Hey, here's my address. Come say hi. That's not happening. They're just watching the video and they're clicking onto the next thing, clicking it, or whatever pops up next in their feed. It's not.
And there are, I guess to clarify too, the Google has the ability for a kid sitting in Idaho watching an Amazon video to gather that information of where his whereabouts are, that kid's whereabouts, how old they are based on how if they've, in here in YouTube, they sign up with their age and everything. They have that ability to grab that information. We don't have that ability. We can't figure out how to get it. I mean, you could sit there and have a conversation. Like, I know Preston. I know him because I know him and I know his dad. So yeah, through YouTube, I know those people. That's not the same thing of what we're talking about. I know his name. But that's just one little aspect of the entire embodiment that these people are gathering information on, and they're tracking someone's likenesses, someone's interests and hobbies and things like that, so that they can target ads straight to them, which in return the ad people pay YouTube, and that's how they make their money, because now they're putting a product in front of somebody that they're driving it right to them. The problem is they didn't get permission from the parents, and you can't do that without parents' permission.
So Sassy Cinderella's back. Welcome back. By the way, great channel. Go check her out. She won me over with her intro. So funny. So smart, so good. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. She says, I meant to ask this earlier. Did anyone hear the man at FTC use the fish in a barrel reference? I had not. As Steve was finishing his story there, I just looked it up. What I find is nothing but what I would call clickbait. I'd like to hear more of those, Cinderella. It says here, beware, FTC calls YouTubers fish in a barrel, and then it wants me to click on a video. And then there's another one that says, calls YouTubers fish in a barrel. It's on SoundCloud. What did they say? Like, have we seen anything other than a headline that says that? Because I have my doubts. Beware, FTC calls YouTubers fish in a barrel. Ryan's Toys. It's on Reddit. Let me pull it up. So it's pulling me up to Mark. Is it a DeFranco video? I'm trying to see what it is. I don't want to hit the video right now and watch the video because we're on another thing. But I'd like to know what you see in there, Sassy. All I see is it 3 times now trying to take me to this video. My instinct is it's clickbait. I think that people are using the stress of this to get people to go read their article, watch their video, whatever, which is clickbait. And I might be wrong. Maybe there's something there. Maybe some FTC official said something, but bet your nickel. If I were a betting man, and I am, I would bet no FTC person said that, but I might be wrong. I saw the clip of it on another discussion about it. So is there a clip of an FTC guy saying something YouTubers are about to get hit with fines or they're going to lose their channel? I'd really like to see that. Sassy, if you send me that link, I'll be all over that, or drop it in, whatever.
I'm not a fan of the clickbait shenanigans. I think just put up good quality content and
I'm gonna play the video without the sound so you guys can't hear it.
Do what you do, and I don't know. I'm whatever. That's another.
Sassy, is this the guy? Because I'm not playing the audio because I don't want to screw up the video here. But is this the one we're talking about? Because I'd like to see.
She says will do.
It's a 15-minute video. I can't watch the whole thing right now. Yeah, please do. I will see if I can send it to the link later. I would really like that. So again, check out our video. It's a great channel. Has YouTube been unsubscribing people from channels? I've had a couple of days that I've gone down. I went from Sunday until the beginning of work Friday. I was even, and I had added subscriptions and lost subscriptions. So it is what it is. But anyway, Sassy, just to complete my thought, I'd like to see it. I bet it's somebody telling you that somebody said that, but you had it in a screen clip. Okay, I'll check it out.
Anthony Manzano says, Steve and Jeff, when you guys are doing your live streams on the weekends or during the week, do you guys ever use the super chat feature, or not as much as you want to? We don't ever use it. I mean, it's just there. Once you become monetized, you have that ability, and it just always stays there. It's not a matter of us using that feature. It's just a matter of it being available. Once you hit monetization, then it becomes available to be, and it's just there.
Paper Scissors Vacation says, yes, I've had to resub. That's happened to me too. I used to think that was people being weird. I have gone to people's channels that I know I've subbed to, and I wasn't subbed. I wonder if that's them taking me off because I haven't watched the video in a while.
So they do there's some crazy algorithms with that as well. And some of that could be that, but some of it is also what's that?
I wouldn't unsub to somebody I sub to unless they really did something.
No. So there was different things where, if somebody does a lot of sub for sub stuff, which is not allowed, and you don't want to do that anyways because it doesn't translate into viewers and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And YouTube stands the right to anything that you gain during that stream, even if you had nothing to do with it. If there was a stream on and anybody said one thing about, hey, sub for me and I'll sub back to you, and that stays in there, they have the right to delete everything, unsub everything that happened in that video.
Wow.
You may not even be present during the time it happened. They had that ability. So that's why a lot of people say, we don't use this here. We use hearts, or we say we don't, you know, whatever.
Emojis.
Now, that does not happen often anymore. That there was a big craze, I don't know, 8 or 9, 10 months ago when they did that. And sometimes they do drop off. And if they think it's an inactive account or an account that you could have sub for sub because you haven't been to their channel in 6 months or whatever, sometimes they will drop you off as well.
I mean, you can't watch every video. There's plenty of people that I sub
100% you can.
On their channel months. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I wish I had time, but not,
right.
I mean, like
me too. I went down that rabbit hole for a while. I was like, I'm gonna die. I can't watch everyone's videos.
Most creators aren't watching videos. That's just real world.
You gotta create.
I had a good conversation with some good friends the other day about they're kind of mad because one of the big YouTubers doesn't talk to them anymore. They're busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to do the best I can and catch up where I can with life and doing this. And
yeah, I mean, I watch more videos than the average bear probably.
Yeah.
But I still, come on, just don't say any names, but just think of the 10 or 15 people that you like best.
Right.
Could you watch all of their videos? No. Like you can't. That's not possible. And on the way to Orlando, you can.
Well, some people post more than one video every day.
Right.
And it's hard to see them all. So you got
one a day.
So it gets a little difficult to catch every single one of them. So.
Yeah.
You know what? And here's another thing that people need to understand. I've had good friends even say, we need to support each other. You need to watch. I want a comment. They want a comment from you on the video. Mm-hmm. Here's the truth. If you're aiming for people you already have, you're not going to get anywhere.
Right.
Yep.
You need to expand.
People to watch, but the views come from new people. So if you're new here, subscribe to the Lynn Project, Steve's World.
I got something worse for you too with Disney Plus.
Right.
Watch time's going down. So mine is anyways. I try to get it. Look, I try to do the best I can with everybody that I can.
It's funny you say that. I got home from work Friday, and I love Resort TV 1. I'm proud to be a sponsor of Resort TV 1. I want to watch Resort TV 1, and I did. But I also had this Disney Plus on. Like, the family was in the room.
Oh, you got to be able to multitask.
Oh, well, yeah, as I was editing. But it kind of felt cool dad moment. Like, both of the kids are downstairs, wifey's on the couch. What is that thing with the light coming out of it? Watching the same thing? Like, that hasn't happened in our house a long time.
That's awesome.
So anyway, it's pretty cool.
But Anthony said, it jumped.
And for those of you, do not spoil anything in chat about The Mandalorian or anything on Disney Plus because a lot of people haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
I'll spoil it right now. It's awesome.
Well, yeah. I haven't seen the second episode of The Mandalorian.
I still need to watch this. Yeah, me too. Same
So that's
here,
what we
Steve.
did. Last night when I was just describing it, I had watched the first one, but my kids and my wife hadn't. So we watched one, we watched two, and then we watched the second, The Imagineering Story.
That's the best documentary,
isn't it?
The Imagineering documentary series is the best thing on Disney Plus.
I agree.
It's amazing.
That was the thing I was going to do tonight. I was going to do 5 things that you have to watch this week or this couple days I was going to do, and 3 things you don't need to. But I got busy. But anyway, so what have you seen that you didn't like? Because I'll throw out Jeff Goldblum. I love that guy, and I watched the first episode and I didn't love it. Maybe it was because of sneakers that I didn't care.
I liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, I
liked it.
Do you like sneakers or
do I like what?
I
like. It reminds me of I can't remember who the guy is, but he goes out. You go out in the world, and it just tells you how like sneakers are made, and I like that kind of show. I like to figure out how things work and how things go together and how it all comes. Now some of the parts where it didn't need to be in there, but you got to make a show. So
it's pretty slow. I really like him. I like his quirky. I like Ian Malcolm from Jurassic Park. I love him.
Yep.
But he bored me, and I'm like, oh.
Wait, what are we talking about?
It's called The World According to Jeff Goldblum. It's a new original series on there as well.
I'm all about the original series.
So would you say the things we do or don't have to watch? Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, I'll probably still do it. But yeah, what have you seen anything you didn't like? I guess is what I asked.
No.
I don't think I found anything I really didn't like. I mean, there's look, I've seen. I went through the entire original line and watched every single one of the things, and I've gone back to see episode 2 of everything, and I've not been disappointed yet. So if it's something on there that I don't like, it's going to be something I already didn't like before the Disney Plus came out.
Gotcha.
How
I really
about
like. Good, Lynn.
what we liked the most? Like, numerous people had mentioned the movie Willow.
I watched it.
A lot of
So
people
many
haven't
people did. So many people did. And I'm like, I don't even remember it. And then I started watching it and I'm like, oh my God, I remember this. I love it. And I haven't gotten all the way through because I've been sick this week. But I'm finishing it up. But I watched The Mandalorian. I loved it, which was surprising for me because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, and I absolutely enjoyed it. And the Imagineering story, and what was the other one? I don't know. On Disney Plus, you can just search whatever you want to watch, and you're gonna watch what you like to watch because you can find anything on there. So if you're finding something you don't like, you're doing it wrong.
And
That's
Willow has a very young Val Kilmer in it.
Yeah.
I watched that opening night.
That's
Anthony
great.
says, if I'm subscribed to your channel already, and I have it on the dark notification bell, I don't always get a notification for you guys' new videos. Yeah, notifications are notifications there. It's like, so I don't know if this is still the case, but if you live stream 3 times in a day, they're not going to put out notifications. There's plenty of rules. I would not expect, like, think about how many people do I have the bell notified on all? I don't get all those notifications.
Yeah.
Right.
They're going to put out what they think you're going to hit. And
sometimes I get them the next day.
Yeah.
Really late before too. Yeah. Yeah, Stacey, I've heard a few people. The first thing they watched was Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Okay, Lila. The very, very, very first thing I watched was Steamboat Willie because my intentions were unlimited downloads. I was going to come home. I have these 4 terabyte hard drives everywhere. I wanted to download everything because when they eventually pull it off, you can still watch it as long as you're subscribed. So if you've downloaded the content to like your phone or something, it's in your download library. When they pull it off, it's still there because you downloaded it to your phone. And as long as your subscription is active, you go into the app, it works fine. I was going to download everything that I want to watch, all like Darkwing Duck and Rescue Rangers and everything I used to watch as a kid, all the original content, all the Mickey Mouse. I mean, they got the Brave Little Tailor and Through the Looking Glass and the Lonesome Ghost. They have it all. And I was going to download those, so I had them. I'm still going to download those onto the phone. You can't download to a computer.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
You can't. The download appears only on iPhones and iPads, which are very limited, even though it says unlimited because you can do whatever you want. But when you run out of time, you got to get rid of something.
Right.
You can download to your phone and your iPad, but and I think that's it. You cannot download to from a computer to a hard drive or anything like that.
But they're not gonna remove anything like Netflix does. Like we love you drama, and they got rid of it. They just took it off the platform.
I've heard that, but I don't know if I think that
they will eventually.
Yeah. Maybe.
So as they get bigger and they start including all the Fox content, they're going to run out of space.
Yeah.
So as long as if they would keep the Disney content, like, so if they have something that really flops, like there's a craft show on here that's okay. It's a show that comes out once a week that's only 5 to 8 minutes long, and they do a little craft item, and it's not even like they built Dumbo's tent and they went like real fast through it. So if that doesn't go well, they're not going to keep making more seasons of it. They're not going to leave it on there forever. I wouldn't suspect. Once they're going to need space for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think. I mean,
it'll be years before they do that, I think. But
I mean, because they're creating new content all the time for the movies, for the TV shows, for the specifically here. I mean, at some point, you get to some critical mass where I don't know. Like, and they're not going to have everything anyway. And there's plenty of things that aren't there now that they're going to be there, and they're going to make all these acquisitions. So I think. I don't know. I don't believe that they're going to never take anything down, but I don't know that it matters that much.
Yeah.
So my favorite things on there right now, I love all the movies, but my favorite things, first off, is the Disney Imagineering documentary. It's the best thing. It's the best thing on this Disney Plus. And then followed.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
Good night, Meg.
Meg. Good night.
And that'll be followed by The Mandalorian, obviously. And then after that, it's all the shorts.
Yes.
Forky Finds a Friend is incredible.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Forky Asks a Question is incredible.
Yeah.
And then
all of them.
Stacy mentioned Float. Float was really good. The Kit, what was that called? Kit Rat or something like that. It's about a cat and a dog. It's okay. I mean, it's like not the greatest animation or anything, but it had a really good story. There's an adult cartoon really that's called Pearl. It's about a ball of yarn. It's got some language in it, so be cautious. And I think it says it in there that's PG-13 for language. There's just a lot of good ones. And then of course my favorites like Piper and the bird on a wire thing. All those just really, really good.
I love it. I'm so happy and so pleased with Disney Plus. It's
Who broke what?
I was gonna say that wasn't me. Paper Scissors. I don't think I've seen it. Cost may go up a little bit, but it's
her comment about Vlogmas was that if anybody's doing Vlogmas, send her a message on Instagram, and she's gonna put together a little thing for everybody that's doing Vlogmas.
I'm doing 2019 Miss, and so unless December's not I'll be there. No, they won't have Song of the South because people freak out. Yeah. Actually, what do you guys think about the whole verbiage that they put on there? Hey, the world is different than it was then. Don't get mad at us, verbiage.
Yeah,
it is and it isn't.
Evolving times, they have to for the hypersensitive people that need those disclaimers put up.
I'm usually annoyed when people hide stuff, but I found the wording fine. I'm aware that when they made Dumbo, that people thought differently than they do today. And it doesn't. I mean, it's the information age. We think differently today than we will next Tuesday. So, I don't know. I'm very anti people who want to be offended all the time. Mm-hmm. But if I was Mr. Disney, I would do the same. I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, no.
Well, look, and they were cartoons done by things that may have been acceptable, may not have been acceptable. But the Siamese cat song, the who made the Red Man Red and Peter Pan, the crows and stuff in Dumbo. Come on, they're freaking cartoons.
Yeah.
I mean, lighten up. Now, again, I'm saying that as somebody who didn't have to go through any of that with my family and my ancestors or anything like that. So maybe I don't see it the same way, but I mean, they're cartoons. Song of the South is borderline a little differently because I think it's talking about slaves, correct?
It's the way they treated freed slaves.
Okay, so that one is still. I think they did it very well. The song of the South was a pretty decent movie from what I remember. It's been like 20 years. When I watched it though, I don't pick up racism. I don't see it. But again, I've not had to live with the oppression and other things that some people have had to. So maybe I'm just blinded by it.
I think that we're adults. I have no problem with a warning on the, hey, this is hot coffee. If you spill on it, you're a dummy. I don't mind that.
Right.
And what I would mind is if McDonald's decided to not sell me my coffee in the morning, although that would be their right.
Mm-hmm.
If the government told them they had to put the message on there, therefore my coffee went from 5 cents to $12. That's when I get a little annoying, but it is what I mean. We live where we live. We live when we live. You know, nobody's going to make me watch Dumbo. I'm glad they're going to allow me to watch Dumbo, and I couldn't watch it a week ago. So
exactly.
Yeah. And one other thing, going back to this, I am far from racist, and I guess the reason why I don't see it is because I like to think that maybe we've advanced as a society, but I do know it still exists. I'm not going to be blind and ignorant to thinking that it has been cured or fixed.
Clearly.
But I like to think like I live in a society where it doesn't exist to me.
Right.
So we're all equal, and that's the way I view it. So I guess I just don't see that. But the biggest problem I have is people that I know anyways that get offended are younger than me and have never had to deal with anything like that in their lives. So for those people to go back and say something that was made in the 50s should not be allowed because it's a cartoon that hurts them. I do have a problem comprehending that, where they didn't have to live through that, and they have issues with the cartoon. Now I could be completely off base here because I've not had to deal with it. It
can't be off base. It's just your opinion.
It's my opinion. Again, it doesn't exist to me. I am for 100% equality, and that's just the way I view things. And so
I'm not for equality, and it's not a joke. I'm for judging people by their
stupidity,
actions, including stupidity.
Yeah,
and I think the attempt for equality brings us.
I'm talking about racial equality, I guess I should say.
I mean, if you see somebody's better because of the color of their skin, you're a dummy.
Yep.
And
my kids want shipping tape. I think they're planning an exodus.
Get the max strength. Get the max strength duct tape.
Blue Nose. The same with Baby It's Cold Outside. I have not heard this year's version. Apparently, there's a new this year's version. Tell me that's not a money grab, by the way. But whatever, I don't mind. Hey, make your money. But I'm not offended by the words from Baby It's Cold Outside.
No, that made me so angry last year. I blasted that.
Wait, a couple weeks it'll be out. There's a John Legend and somebody else I don't remember with the new version. Everybody's gonna be all about it.
Tracy kind of hit on it a little bit, but I'm really shocked that if it was that bad, which I understand that part of it's not in the, but if we have an entire ride based on that movie Song of the South, I'm kind of shocked they haven't said we had to retheme it.
Nobody knows the movie. You got to be a Disney nerd like us to even know the movie. True. Orlando guy, yeah, they do, and that's a good one. Somebody asked a question. I was starting to say, hey, let's wrap it up, but somebody asked a question.
Yeah. Baby It's Cold Outside is an Elf, my favorite Christmas movie of all time. Yeah. They sing it in there, and she's in the shower.
That's a cute scene, though. I like that scene.
I love that scene.
I know.
love the whole movie.
What some people can get offended by, like my life experiences and my personality are such that I would. I'm going to make fun of you if you're offended, even if you probably have every right to be offended. But I get it.
Stacy.
What?
Homework, Stacy.
You need to rectify this immediately.
Stacy has never seen Elf.
Oh my God, it's my favorite.
It's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest Christmas movies ever made.
I've already watched it 3 times. It's not even.
I love that movie. Dean Martin. I love this movie too. I know that guy. I love that movie.
I know him.
Okay. I'm not flashing you. Hold on. Let me show my shirt.
What time is it? Oh, it's all right.
Wait, no. Look.
Oh yeah,
that's Buddy the Elf.
I love him.
You need to go watch that.
It's literally my favorite. I love it so much.
It is happiness. How many favorite scene in Elf go? Too many.
Too many. No, I could quote all of them. Did you hear that? I know him. 10 a.m. Santa's coming.
Pouring all the syrup. Do you like sugar? Is sugar in syrup?
Yes.
Yes. Even the stupid snowball thing. I love it. It's so funny.
Oh my God.
And he does. I think he does like the 4 food groups. There's candy canes and candy corn. And
I have that shirt too.
And he answers the phone. Hi, what's your color? What's your favorite thing? Blah blah blah.
Buddy Elf, what's your favorite color? I answer the phone like that at work.
And Game of Thrones little guy getting really angry and running across the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get offended. I love it.
Peter Dinklage.
Call me an elf one more time. You feeling lucky?
Stacey Rogers has never seen Christmas Vacation either.
Oh,
goals, by the way. My house, that's totally goals.
Yeah, you gotta.
Like two of my favorite movies ever are Elf, and I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan, but Elf and Step Brothers are just like seems everybody that I gravitate toward to become friends with. Step Brothers is our movie.
Mine too. I love it. We quote it all the time. Me and my friends. That's pretty much all we do is talk in Step Brothers quotes.
I don't think I've seen it.
Step Brothers?
I don't think I have.
Oh my God, John C. Reilly. Oh man, it's so good. So many one-liners. the part where he hits him with a shovel. What are you doing? I'm burying you alive. So,
I haven't. I need to see
oh
it.
my god, dude, it is. Yeah.
Dude,
Well, it's
Oh
Christmas
my
Story. Probably you guys. A bunch of people yelled at me in streams about I haven't seen A Christmas Story yet. So
okay, you need to watch Step Brothers before A Christmas Story.
For sure. Step Brothers is like
Absolutely.
I'm okay with you not watching A Christmas Story.
stupid.
Yeah.
Look, Christmas Story is a classic. I'm not a classic guy. I'm not a nostalgia guy. It's really, honestly, not a great movie,
It looks pretty.
but it's good. I mean, it's worth watching.
It's hilarious. You need to be in the right mindset. Like, don't expect an epic. Like, it's just funny. Just take it for the dumb comedy that it is. It's so funny.
Dumb and Dumber is one of the funniest movies ever. Cricket, you do not owe me apology unless you punch my wife in the face. You're fine. Right? But thanks for saying that. Did you have ketchup? I don't know. Christmas Story too. I don't know. I will watch it probably because I feel like I've said to enough people I would, but I don't get it.
You're gonna get your eye out, kid.
A Christmas Story is great. Elf is better, and Step Brothers watch before Christmas Story. Bottom line.
And Step Brothers isn't even a Christmas movie,
No,
but it's worth
not at all.
watching.
So
It's a Catalina wine mixer.
it's the Catalina wine mixer.
Oh, you'll figure it out one day, Jeff.
Yeah.
You got to go watch it, man.
I'll tell you that. Now, I do have to ask this. My favorite all-time Christmas song and probably my favorite song in general is Last Christmas, George Michael, because it's awesome, and so is he. I haven't seen the movie yet. Looks like a chick flick to me. Might be 2 hours. I'll never get back. Has anybody seen it?
Last Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go see it.
You're too far away in Indiana, but I want to go see it. I like
don't know what you're
her.
talking about.
So I love that song too. The movie does kind of look like a chick flick, but let me clarify this. This is probably not going to help my man card either. I watch everything. I don't care what it is. I'll watch it and give it a shot.
Are you 4 or 5 of you? Like, how do you do all of these things?
I don't sleep. When you don't sleep, is you can do extra. Look, if you don't sleep, you got a whole extra day of awakeness to do what people do when they're sleeping. So,
but I get tired.
I'm lucky I don't.
Jealous. But anyway, I want to see that. But I love. See, best Christmas movie equals Love Actually, says the Orlando guy. I have heard of that movie. I have no idea what it is.
I think I watched it, but I don't remember it.
Right?
I can't remember which one it is. I know I've seen it.
I watched it.
Steve is a vampire. I totally agree. Hey, thanks, Zip. Appreciate it.
I don't sleep much either. That's how I accomplish things. And
when I was younger, could stay up. I would get 3 hours of sleep, be just fine. Now I need coffee.
well, that's what I supplement with. That's like my.
Yeah, you drink a lot of coffee.
My
I drink a lot
favorite.
of that.
My favorite Christmas movie of all time. My favorite Christmas movie of all time is Die Hard.
Die Hard's greatness.
I finally watched that last Christmas. I was.
Oh,
so
you only got
proud of
like 6
myself.
more to go.
What?
I said you only got like 6 more to go now. There's more Die Hards.
Oh.
There's not 6. I think there's 3?
Well, I think there's 4.
4? So you got 3 more to go.
They got the airport, number 2. They got
The best one's the one with the big German. That is the airport, isn't it?
I think so. And then they've got Samuel L. Jackson. I feel like that's 4, but I'm not remembering 3. Maybe
Wait,
there's only
what?
3.
Oh, there's a new Die Hard that came out a few years ago. That was the 4th one. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I was good with the one. I'm just gonna keep watching Elf because I bought it on DVD, so I have the Blu-ray and I watch it all the
Favorite
time.
Christmas movie: Elf, Christmas Vacation. Die Hard's pretty awesome. I don't know. That's hard.
I mean,
love
A Charlie Brown Christmas is good too.
Polar Express.
That's good.
Love
Polar
Polar
Express is good. I
Express.
mean, I'm not gonna put the other one, but Polar Express is good. They're making a 5th one, I think. I don't know. Favorite Christmas movie says White Christmas. I don't know that I've ever seen White Christmas. I like the song. Does that count?
Well,
Last year this time I was doing like all the brackets, and I did a favorite Christmas movie and a favorite Christmas song. That was fun.
You also can't forget all the Scrooged, all the Christmas
Scrooge.
Carol movies, Miracle on 34th Street. You got classic ones like Miracle on 34th Street.
It's a Wonderful
Yeah.
Life.
Yeah.
Number
But
one.
there's the Miracle on 34th Street from like 47, I think it
Yeah.
was. You have the Grinch Stole Christmas movies.
Oh yes.
There's a
Love
lot of
the
good Muppets. One of my favorite Christmas carols is the Muppet
Muppets
Christmas Carol.
Mine too.
I love that.
I like the lab, not the rat.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you know? I mean, Gremlins
Home
is technically
Alone.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie, and Gremlins is actually showing in my theater coming up in December.
That's great.
You've got
I need my own theater. Home Alone, not a bad call.
you got Bad Santa, which I wouldn't recommend.
Santa.
Oh, you're not missing much.
I'll never forget the first time my firstborn watched Home Alone. I think he was like 4 or 5, probably 4. He's kind of like a little devil child. Like he liked to get into mischief. He always got into stuff. And he laughed this laughter I've never heard in my entire life when he was watching Kevin McAllister get into all these little shenanigans and like pull all these pranks.
Right.
And I could just see his little like wheels turning, like, how can I do this to mom and dad?
You know they're making one on Disney Plus, right?
Really?
A new Home Alone, yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
There's a new Home Alone coming to Disney Plus.
That's fantastic. Will it be out this?
Let me see when it has a release date yet.
So while he looks for it,
How do you know everything? You know all of these
I
things.
don't sleep.
Remember.
Even when I do sleep, I lay in bed with my phone on, looking at stuff that interests me.
and then he's taking pictures too, because it's.
But you remember.
Yeah, that's in the old days, man. That's in the old days.
Hey, honey, look at this one. Favorite kids one, so cartoon or claymation or whatever. Christmas, go.
Favorite what? I didn't hear the question.
Cartoon or kids, yeah, claymation.
Oh,
I'm looking for Rudolph and Frosty and all those kinds. Which one's your favorite on that? I like the one with the little house or church mice. I don't remember.
I
what
like the one with
What I like the Heat Miser one.
That's one I like. Mr. Green Christmas and Mr. I like that one. But if we're talking about cartoons in general, the Mickey's Christmas Carol is for me.
Yes.
I don't think I've seen that.
What about you?
What? Mickey plays Bob Cratchit, and Goofy's one of the ghosts, and Willie the Giant is one of the ghosts.
Oh, I think maybe I have.
And Scrooge McDuck is who he works for.
Scrooge McDuck is, Scrooge.
Yeah. Yeah, I know him. I met him once.
So who's
Literally.
what favorite kid one? Come on, Rudolph or Frosty?
When I was a kid, I loved the Rudolph claymation one. Like we watched those. Well, we watched them in class every year. Like every teacher would play those.
Unfortunately, you can't do that now.
Really?
You can't do anything that promotes Christianity or religion.
Oh.
Some schools can do it because they just don't. They're like, that's stupid, and they just do it anyways because they should be able to. But if it has a lot to do with that, a lot of people, depends on really who your audience is in school too. If you've got somebody there that doesn't practice a different practice, they have every right to complain about it. But then the school winds up shutting it down, doing that kind of stuff. Same kind of thing with you can't say the Pledge of Allegiance anymore because it says one nation under God.
I had I bumped into a former employee in Michael's on Friday while I was at work, and she had all this Thanksgiving stuff for Michael's. She has all this Thanksgiving stuff. And hey, how are you? And I said, Happy Holidays. Now I'm a Merry Christmas guy.
Yeah.
But she had Thanksgiving stuff, and it just came out, and I got like a tongue lashing for it. Like, you say Merry Christmas, like you have Thanksgiving stuff in your hands. What am I supposed to say? Planes, trains, and automobiles. That's a good one.
Oh, I love that one.
I saw that with the entire high school football team in 87, I guess. That would have been high school football year. The whole football team, and we needed diapers. We were all cracking up. That is a movie.
Great.
Love it.
On a side note, where I live in South Florida, it's Happy Hanukkah, and I am very Merry Christmas. So I say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and I leave it at that.
Some people try to be politically correct, just say Happy Holidays because.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not offended by Happy Holidays at all.
I'm not offended by it at all either. It's just that way. If I'm honestly, I'm not even offended by other religions. Just don't harp on me for saying Merry Christmas is all I'm saying.
Right. Exactly.
I've never understood all that.
I've said Merry Christmas to people and they say Happy Hanukkah back, and I am totally fine with that because we're both expressing our happiness and our celebrations.
Those aren't pillows. Good reference.
Yeah, and that's fine. So
yeah,
teach their own.
All that's weird, super weird.
But
yeah, the Pledge of Allegiance used to be a thing. Now it's, I guess not. I don't know.
We're pushing a 3-hour stream right now.
Are you serious?
3-hour stream. Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna go this long, but you know what? We should probably close it up. But again, guys, check out their channels. Hope you learned something. We haven't even been talking about the topic. You pop in here at the end, you're gonna be like, "What are they?"
What happened?
Like clickbait, right? We were yelling about clickbait. Now,
I was only coming on for 15 minutes.
I appreciate you coming on. And Lynn, thank you. Get over her channel. Steve, thank you. Get over to his channel. I think he's posting next week frosted tips, how to do it, and MySpace, how to log in. So
I'm not opposed. I am not opposed to dyeing my hair again.
We're aware, Lipstick Boy. We are aware.
I prefer that not be a thing. So
it's too late for that.
Like when I was Mrs. Claus, I made a comment. You buy one tube of lipstick and one wig, and now you got to play all the girl parts. So
I remember that.
He's part of the Diz and That crew. Apparently, why don't you give a couple seconds on that? Diz and That starting January 1st will be solely on the Diz and That channel. I don't know if I said that right. I hope I did.
That is correct. Starting January 1st, not only will we be solely streaming on the Diz and That channel itself on YouTube. So if you're not subs to that, please go sub to that so that you don't miss anything from us, because you won't have to be finding us on individual channels anymore. And then we are also dropping a legitimate. Are we dropping our legitimate website on January 1st as well? It's going to be.
We're not saying we're legitimate anymore.
No. I'm saying it's a legitimate website. It's not like it's a real website, and we've already got the domain. We've already got all the other stuff. I've been working on it for quite a while. We're gonna have all of our information is gonna be on there for all of our links, all of our social media. Everything's gonna be there. It's gonna have a bio for each of us guys, the four of us, and we're gonna have links to all of our own stuff in there. It's gonna have stuff for Give Kids the World. It's gonna have links to different calendar events. We might be planning some meet and greets or something that we're going to do there. And plus we're also going to have vlogs and other things as well that we're going to post straight to Diz and That channel. So we got a lot coming up, and that website's going to be pretty good. And I was able to secure the website for the domain for disandthat.com. So
Mike, good night, buddy. We're going to get out of here.
Good night, Mike.
Appreciate you being here, buddy. Yeah. If you don't know about them, guys, get over there. They're hilarious.
So awesome. They're the best. I love you guys.
Part of them have great time on their own, but it looks like they'll all be a central location for that. So that's awesome. Hey, ATJH, welcome in. Yeah, we're about to end, but I'm glad you popped in. Yeah, you can catch the replay. So the first probably hour and a half, I don't know, was COPPA talk, and then
about a good hour and a half in, we were strong on topic.
Yeah, so if you're looking for that stuff, just jump on over there. If you want to learn about MySpace and frosted tips, stick around. Good stuff. Lynn kind of flashed people with Elf. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, Elf.
But
Everybody needs to watch Elf.
The whole talk's been good. And I mean this totally. I love you guys. I love your channels. But more than that, I love to just banter back and forth with you about being a creator and, kind of friends. It's like sports talk, right? We did a sports show earlier, Steve. Talking to people I like about stuff I like. That's the allure of this Disney community to me. And the creator part of it.
That's why I was so scared. I was like, "Don't take it away from me."
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, we giggle about it, but that would break my heart too. Like, it would break my heart if I lost my channel. It would break my heart if you guys lost your channels. Like, don't make me watch Night Court again or something. Like, I don't want to. Night Court was great, actually.
I remember, was the guy's name Bold? Wasn't the bald guy named Bold?
Dude, like, I think I'm a pretty overly confident trivia guy. I wouldn't bet on me versus you, and that's saying something.
Oh, I know a ton of useless knowledge.
I want Steve on my team in any trivia night.
We need to do a trivia challenge.
I have been on Disney Life for Me's Jeopardy trivia.
Oh, I like trivia.
So I own 7 different versions of Trivial Pursuit.
I heard you say that. Like, I remember
of course you do.
And I don't have normal one, 80s, silver or something. Sports, I think those are the 4 I own. What am I missing?
I have a Lord of the Rings version. I have a Disney version. I have a Star Wars version.
I don't know.
I have those for sure. I'll have to go see which ones. Then they have like they have different levels of it, and then they have the genius versions. They're not really for geniuses. I'm not saying that. It just says genius on the thing. I've got a
I'm a genius. I own this game.
Is it genius, or I thought it was like Guinness? G-U-N-U-S.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even like
genus,
like
genus and species. Is that what you're saying? Like genus?
That's what I thought the word was.
I think it says genius. I mean, I can go pull it out real quick. It's my game closet is like when you walk into somebody's house and there's a door there and you open it up, it's got coats and stuff like that.
That's games.
Like literally, I'll show you guys when we're done. I'll take the camera in there real quick. Floor to ceiling, wall to wall, nothing but games. I cannot stack anything else in there.
Board games. I
We
married
used to have that.
my wife. She's like almost perfect. She doesn't like board games.
Steve's World is banned from HJC. What did I say? Oh, from her trivia streams. So one of the other things that we're going to be doing in this and that coming up in the new year too is some of our streams will be us playing games and board games. What's that?
Do you have Villainous?
Well, I mean, I've got Villainous Puzzles.
Do you have Villainous the game?
I do not have the game yet.
I've almost bought it like 20 times.
On Amazon?
And at Target, put it in the thing. And
oh, I didn't know they had it at Target.
Yeah, it's like every time my wife makes me go shopping, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I don't know, like I've almost bought it because I want it. And then I thought, well, maybe I could play it on stream. Maybe I could get other lunatics to play with me, but I don't know the game well enough. But
I don't know the game well enough either yet. I was going to order it on Amazon, but I like holding the product in my hand and seeing what it's all about before I purchase it. I was gonna pull the trigger on that one, but if it's at Target, I'll go there tomorrow and look at it.
It was the Mark Target.
The good news with
it. It's coming home.
Yeah, it's coming home. The good news with us is we don't need everybody to have the game to be able to play it. I have all the games, so we're gonna set up 5 cameras. Obviously, we'll be streaming from this and that, and then the 4 of us individually will log into it, and so we'll have the game board on this and that. The camera will be just focused right here on the game board while we all play. All we need to have is a die, or a die or 2 dice, and then occasionally like a notepad or something. Like we play we're gonna play categories, so we'll need a notepad and paper to write stuff down. But we're gonna play games based on this and that being focused on the game board and everybody else just logging in.
So if you ever need a dude to play some games, well, on public or not, I don't care. I'm in. Do you have?
I love board games.
Do you know Catan?
Do I know what? I'm sorry.
Catan.
Settlers of Catan.
Yes.
Yeah, that breaks up.
Is it like Risk? I play Risk.
I
play Strategico or Strategio.
I love Strategico. Yes. Okay.
Monopoly breaks up families.
Oh, man, I've got so many Monopoly. Nobody else in my family is allowed to be the banker. Just not allowed.
Dice to the head once.
Well, I'm sleepy. Let's end it there.
Yeah.
Guys, I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody in chat, all the mods, everybody just been listening in. I've already had a couple messages about this chat saying thank you, and that goes to you guys too. Thank you for spreading your knowledge.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, and I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed to their channels yet, get over there. I've got DizTube tomorrow night with Kelly from Myers and the whole family. Myers and Mouse, that'll be fun. And then Monday night we're watching on his channel. My Chargers thump his Chiefs, and that'll be greatness. Well, I'll just leave it for there. I hope my Chargers don't embarrass me, and I doubt that will. I'll probably be having a bad day, but anyway, I enjoyed it. Anything you got to say to the peeps before we say goodnight?
Just thank you so much for both of you guys being here and helping me clear this up and giving me a peace of mind, because I was so worried about it and I didn't understand it, and I felt like everywhere I looked I couldn't get the information I needed, and you guys helped me with that. So thank you 1,000 times.
You're very welcome. Anything on your channel you want to promote?
I don't know. Just come hang out. I'm kind of fun.
Steven?
I just want to thank everybody again. Like you said, thank you, Jeff, for hosting and inviting me. Lynn, you're awesome as well. To the chat, if you're we talk about serious topics and we're not 100% experts. If you're still unsure about something, go seek legal counsel.
Absolutely.
It's just, we understand it better than some, but we're not perfect in any regards whatsoever. So if you're not sure about something, go seek legal counsel.
And even if we believe it doesn't mean we're right. This is our opinion.
Right.
Maybe it's wrong.
It's just a very informed opinion is what it is. Yeah. And again, to the chat, we love you each and every night. You guys come out all the time for us. We greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And again, Jeff, one more time, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's always an honor. I'm going to sound like Walt here, but you could be anywhere and you're here. I appreciate it. Whether you're going to church or you're sleeping in, have a great night. And hopefully I'll see at least some of you, hopefully all of you on DizTube with Myers and the Mouse. It'll be
Kelly's
fun.
awesome. Come check it
Yes.
out.
That's it for now, guys. Have a great night.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Later.